This is the Hills Footy League. Match of the day.
Yes, hi everyone, and to use a famous quote out of Ghostbusters 2, yes, we're back. Indeed, Jeff Pistola and the Call to Old team with you as we get set for the resumption of the 2021 Hills Football League Division 1 season here this afternoon. Well, the SA lockdown over the past 2 weekends on community sport has been lifted, and we are pleased to be here at Thomas Foods International Park in Lobethal for what effectively is the round 16 encounter between the hosting Tigers and Blackwood. And of course, welcome to our worldwide live stream coming to you through the support of Chris Shaw Accounting and Mortgage Choice. And also good afternoon to those listeners on board with us through Lofty 88.9 FM. So after 2 weeks in limbo, I can tell you the team in the Dreammaker broadcast van here is raring to go, and as we are joined by a man who it's really hard to pick a fault with unless you delve into his previous Division 1 tennis career with Littlehampton. Of course, we're talking about the award-winning sports journalist at the Courier, Benny Goldfitch. G'day, Benny.
Yes, Pistols. Good to hear the horns here. Been a couple of weeks since we've last been here and commentated the football, and it's a ring-a-ding reserves match, just waiting for the scoreboard to adjust. I think the Tigers have just hit the lead, I think. Got to say, very important match today. We got 3 rounds remaining. Lobethal in second, 9 wins and 4 losses. Blackwood 7 and 6 and fourth. And I was driving down the main street of Mylor this morning, and
Down the boulevard?
certain Michael Borden was out with his lawnmower mowing the lawn, and I think he's sensing that maybe his side can make the finals. Big game for them, of course, today against Harndorf, but he's trying to maybe bring on September with the lawn mowing this morning.
Very interesting.
We'll be around the ground, of course, today with all the scores. So big match from Mount Lofty against Harndorf. But we're at Lobethal today.
Just updating that reserve score that Benny was referring to. Lobie 5-6, Blackwood 4-7. Now, this guy had the notion, or is that the motion, he'd brighten up his lockdown by getting involved in bedpan races within the corridors of the RAH. Glad to say he's recovering and back on deck. A very big hello to Robert Sherwood.
Good day, boys. Always good to be around you fellows, and good to be back here at Lobie. The Oval's in pretty good nick, boys, and yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a crackerjack. So the crowd's here. Good to see people out and about. I think there's a limit of 1,000 in there. There's cars all the way around the Oval, and
Masks.
yeah, the masks are on and all that. But hey, we're out. We're back at the footy. We love it. So looking forward to just listening to you boys call the game. Fantastic.
Now, I reckon these two guys spent the past fortnight studying the percentage probability of almost anything on a football field.
Well, they've had enough time.
Of course, we're talking about the sultans of stats, Jaden J. Hill and the Indy 500 Rogers. G'day, boys. Welcome back.
Gee, thanks, Pistols. Great to be here. Yeah, I had 2 weeks off, but yeah, great to be here at Lobethal again. Indy, how you going, mate?
I'm going all right, thank you very much, Jaden. I'm certainly refreshed after the 2 weeks off and ready to see out the conclusion of this season, because we're not far off of finals from here either.
No, we are not. And I've got some stats that matter for these two sides.
We've been waiting a fortnight.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Lobethal, oh, here we go.
One thing that kept me going in lockdown, boys.
Yeah, no pressure. So Blackwood haven't beaten Lobethal at Lobethal since round 6, 2018. So about 3 years, over 3 years since Blackwood have beaten Lobie here. Just the average scores of both teams against each other. So Lobethal average a score of 69.2 against Blackwood. Blackwood average a score of 86.09. The average margin between these two teams is 42.9. So the 7-goal margin between the two teams. There's been some big margins between two teams, especially 119 points and 109 points in 2017 as well. So, you know, we're hoping for a close one, but the stats show it could be a big margin today, Pistol. So hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's a close margin, but we'll see how we go.
Good on you, boys. And of course, as always, behind the scenes and actually supplying the scenes is our cameraman, producer extraordinaire, Mr. Dallas Rogers.
Where's
So
he gone?
We've taken in his good work. He's probably gone over to get
Got a
the,
runner.
he's probably seen the chimneys, the barbecue over there.
Yep.
It's glowing.
Chicken.
The smoke is not moving as much as it was last game.
No.
Just a steady stream over there, Rob.
Yep.
Just a gentle zephyr, Rob. I'd
A
call it.
zephyr.
Now, as we get into today, as we said, round 16, we'll also make mention, boys, a couple of milestone games today throughout the Hills Football League. Mark Nilsson, Big Buckets, plays his 200th A-grade game for the Mount Lofty Devils, so well done to Bucko. And over at the, down at Meadows this afternoon, but for the Kersbrook Football Club, Dylan Bingos and Lee Hughes played their 300th senior games, and Dave Reek chalks up 200 senior games for the Brookers. So to those guys and also anyone else today with milestone games, we say well done. Now, as Goldie said just quickly in the intro there before, said the important game, top 4 classic.
Oh, sorry.
Second playing fourth, and now the impact, boys, the loss of the 2 rounds. When we look at the run home, there's a couple of sides, particularly Mount Lofty, I suppose, would be just ruining the fact that the lockdown.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Pistols. They were the big loser out of it. They were on a roll when they had Nan, I think, and who was the other one?
Mount Barker.
Mount Barker. So, if you went on form, you'd probably have to pencil that in as 2 wins.
So effectively here, Rob, because as I said, with 3 games to go, and we look at the top 5, okay, Harndorf, they'll finish minor Premier, no doubt about that. Then they come down to Lobey on 20, Uradler on 18, Blackwood currently on 16. Then we have Onka Valley on 14, the Raiders on 14, Mount Lofty on 14, and Nan Bremer, Chunga and Mount Barker, where you could write them off. So when you look today, obviously Lobey playing Blackwood, looking at Blackwood's chances of holding that top 3 spot or getting it. They've got to play a Chunga and the Raiders.
Yep.
Onka Valley, after today playing Mount Barker, they play Nan Bremer and Mount Lofty, which will be a ring-ding-ding. The Raiders today playing a Chunga, they take on Harndorf and Blackwood, so they've probably got a pretty hard deal there. Lofty, as we said, Harndorf today, then they play Uradler and Onkers. If they're good enough to win all 3, they'll make the finals. And Uradler play Nan today, finish with Lofty and Harndorf. So there's still a lot of football to be played in the last 2 vital 3 rounds, we could say, Rob. So really, safely you could say Harndorf will finish minor Premier, but probably Lobey will be a top 3 finish, but the rest of the comp is perhaps up for 5 spots are up for grabs.
Yeah, I think I said on the huddle on Wednesday night, boys, I just got a feeling Lofty are going to do something today against Harndorf at Lofty.
Board was mowing the lawn.
Mate, I don't know why. There's no sense to it, but, they were on a roll before lockdown.
It might be a heavy track. I drove past it this morning.
Yep. So, it would be fantastic for the comp if Lofty can get up. So, but we'll know in 2 or 3 hours. So,
talking about the surface, Indy will do a pre-game surface analysis again after a couple of weeks break.
Out here at
Thomas Foods.
Thomas Foods
International Park.
Benny.
Yep.
I must say it doesn't look in too bad a condition. Actually, boys, I think we can count our lucky stars because the last 2 Saturdays have been very inclement weather.
Yep.
Yeah, perhaps you could have given us the stats on the rainfall that it fell the other 2 weeks.
Have we got a forecast? Can we get forecast from...
Who's got their phone, boys? What's the weather saying for Lobey?
It's always good here in the Valley of Praise, as we know.
Any breeze out there, Rob?
Probably a 2 to 3 goaler. Just heading down towards the
Pope chimney there, as you said. It's not as blowy as it was past times we've been out here, particularly a fortnight ago, which is the last time we were out doing the Call to Wild Boys, of course, and we saw a pretty good game of football. It was the Courier Cup final because Harndorf continue on their winning ways, but 6-goal margin in the end over a pretty, 1 quarter perhaps let Lobey down.
Yes. Just around the grounds, of course, last night, GWS getting over Geelong, Rob, by 19 points.
Rob, yeah.
And Carlton by 10 points at the moment over Gold Coast as the Tigers kick another goal in the reserves.
So the Tigers move on to 7-6, Blackwood a 4-7. That's a pretty significant result here at the moment because the Tigers were sitting 7th on 16 points, and Blackwood were sitting third at the moment on the Magoo's table on 20. So this will do a lot of good towards the Tigers, perhaps reserves sneaking into the finals in the last few rounds. So yeah, 7-6 plays 4-7 here, called the Wild Magoo's game. So
And boys, during the week came out Div 1 Grand Final at Achunga.
yes, and I believe
good venue.
Also, I believe the Division 2 Country Division may well be penciled in for Kersbrook. I don't know how it works. I questioned the particular person who told me that could be a home ground grand final. He said, "Well, that's just the way it happens," and I guess it happens in a few other leagues. Goldie, where they actually set down the program at the beginning of the year, and if you're in the grand final on your home deck, it's just good luck, I suppose. So. Yeah, watch this space. So at this stage, Rob, tentatively, Achunga and Kersbrook. And of course, Calderwold will be there on both days, so the big days of the season. But also, more importantly, the final series commencing this weekend in the Hills Football League. We have the C grade semi-finals tomorrow at Harndorf, I believe. The grand final the following week at Malang. But also the women's competition, the 3-week series starts with the semis tomorrow. I think one at La Mesura up in Murray Bridge, and the other one... Raider, I think it is. And then the preliminary final, of course, the grand final, Rob, will be held on the 22nd of August. On the Sunday at Balhanna, and you'll be able to see it all here on the Calderwold, I believe.
Yep.
As the Tigers just had a chance here to kick another goal.
The under-17 girls and the open women's, that'll be live streamed.
So a big double hit. I know we had a lot of fun last year calling the game. Blackwood, of course, winning, and they're not making the finals this year. Raider involved last year as well. So, looking very much forward to that. But as you said, Rob, it's good to see community football actually on the way here. I was actually at a community hockey event, boys, in Mount Barker. And
who was there, Pistols?
Who were you chatting to, mate?
I just happened to lumber up in this place. Oh, Pistols, how you going? And there was no man short than the great man, their current premier, Stephen the Marshall, was there watching the hockey, the district hockey.
Oh, really? It's a wonder Don Cranwell wasn't there getting a photo, eh?
Anyway, Stephen had a chat with Stephen, and I got a photo of Stephen. There you go.
Mate.
So Stephen, he was talking about how good it was to see people out there. But he did reflect, and I mentioned to him about like areas, say, on Eyre Peninsula and maybe in the mid-north where football, community sport is such more important, not just besides the sport. You know, it's a bit of a get-together, a social outlook for people. And he suggested, yeah, that's quite right. So he's very happy to see people out community sport back in South Australia, but we do spare a thought for people over and interstate, and if you do get on,
if you let us know
where you are,
let us know where you're coming in from. We're on the Call of the Wild Facebook page, Call of the Wild YouTube, and also on Lofty 88.9 FM, a radio with altitude. So let us know where you're coming in from.
We might be having people tuning in from Illawarra, of course, the home deck of Aidan Riley, of course, and also Scotty Offdide is a regular follower of the Tigers here on the Call with the Wild because he's up in lovely Queensland. And
it's also on Blackwood Facebook page and Lobie Facebook page, boys, as well. So
so trust you enjoy. Perhaps we'll have a bigger audience today, Rob, given the restrictions. But as I said, you've got to wear the masks, etc., and of course social distancing in the club rooms. But nice to see as we look across to the Zilla Pavilion where all the wise men usually sit. You can actually see the white mask standing out here with the people. I know that David Fector and, as I said, the wise men of the Valley of Praise will be over there. But at least it's good to have some community sport going on around in the area, that's for sure. So now, boys, just your take on the events of the last couple of days at a higher level of football. I think it's a bit of a slur on the game, given the man standing in the game, etc. But these things sort of slip out. Perhaps we'd love to have his time again, I'd suggest. And you think of commercial endorsements, media commitments, I think would be really much perhaps ended through that sort of situation.
I just think it highlights Pistols, the changing attitude. Younger people look at things differently. You've got to be careful what you say, even if you're just having a conversation with your mate and someone overhears it, you know. It's
just while we hear the final siren go, Rob, thanks for those comments. Interesting out here, Benny, to see the number one jumper out there for Blackwood. Is Jacob Broad, I believe, his first game since The 1990, what are we talking
99.
about? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The 2019 elimination final.
Okay, that's interesting.
Is that serious
What
interest?
about Joel H? Is he?
No, I haven't seen Joel Ace, but Blackwood got a few players back in today.
Well, I noticed Liam McCarthy's out there playing in the reserves.
Yep.
So
Yep.
good work there by the Tigers, getting the chocolates in
Yeah,
the
the
reserves.
final score 7-7 to 4-7. So 3-goal win to the Tigers Magoos. So they'll be very happy with that. As I said, it really enhanced their finals prospects as the A-grade boys are about to come onto the ground. Of course, the umpires today, Cam Raw and Andrew Lawless in charge of the field umpiring. Oscar Whitehouse. Jordan Cresp will be running the Boundary Academy duties, and Glenn Thompson and Neville Clark. Well, a likely duo there. Goldie and Rob be handling the goals. Hopefully they can run between the goals, all right. Probably an average age there of the goal umpires are about 90, I'd suggest. But good to see him back, and good to see, as I said, community football back out on deck.
We'll go through the starting lineups. Lobethal, Henry Voigt. He's back in the lineup after missing last time. Jack Bampton, the captain, missed the first half of the season. He's starting to settle in now. Braden Fisher. That's a huge in.
Second game for the year,
Yeah,
Goldie.
first game since round one.
Correct.
Harry Viney, Ben Pring, Mitch Carter, Alex Giorgio, the vice-captain, Cooper Luke, Charlie Powell. Mitch Jenkin not playing today. Tim Jenkin, Cooper Skinner, good to see he's playing because he injured his hand or finger. Sean McWater's not playing. Luke Nitschke, Brady Dorr, Jack Maxwell. No Steve Huxter. Matt Scroby, James Elliott, Matt Fuller, Aidan Riley and Jake Auric and Jack Stafford. And for Blackwood, Rob, who's playing for them?
We've got Jon Walbout, Patrick Hillard, Bailey Badco, Ryan Dykesman, Captain, Evan Johnson, Edward Vandenberg, Daniel Benson, Respawn number 13, Nathan Dunn, Phil Hopton, Oscar Hodge, young Matty T, out of under-18s from last year. He's played well every time we've seen him. Lockie Barnich, Hayden Kenny, number 27s. Young Sam Venning, Matt Tuck, always Mr. Reliable. Daniel Bennett, Sam Zevenboom, Jackson Phantom, Jordan Cock, and number 82, Zach Venning.
Thank you very much. And without further ado, we'll go down to the man who does it all. He does the stats. He does the ground. Down to Indy 500 for the pitch report. Take it away, Indy.
Thank you very much, Pistols. Well, in contrast to the last couple of weeks ago when we were here at Lobethal, much less cold, also a lot less wet, so certainly isn't as much stained mud on the ground as there was last time. It's dried up a bit, particularly from what there is. The cricket pitch looks much better than it did a couple of weeks ago, and there doesn't seem to be too much of a breeze coming over the ground as well. So the conditions are absolutely improving in time for some finals football, which we could be seeing here come September, potentially, but not to mention, of course, these teams can start to expect some slightly warmer conditions. There's still a little bit of humidity creeping in, but for the most part, again, a very light breeze, very stable conditions, very light chance of rain today, but shouldn't hamper the ground too much. I suppose the only downside from a spectator's perspective is that anybody watching from the Dreammaker end of the ground won't get the privilege of that beautiful barbecue smell blowing over in their direction. But otherwise, it certainly looks good down here on the field.
Thank you very much there to Indy Rogers. Astute with the stats, astute with the conditions. A man who does everything.
No, sensational.
Robbie Sherwood.
Mate, watch out, Colo.
Yeah.
Hey?
Final spots are up for grabs.
Yep, they are.
And we've got the coin toss here.
It's a coin toss. It'll be Ryan Dykesman has said good to see him back, and also little Jackie Bampton, as Goldie said, who's been building his form after a bit of a slow start to the season as well. They do the knuckle punch, and umpire will toss the coin here. Up she goes, waiting in anticipation. Jackie Bampton has won the toss for the Lobethal Tigers, so they'll kick towards the Tweedvale entrance into the ground, or right of your dial, so to speak, if you're listening on Lofty 88.9 FM, and of course right of the screen on our worldwide coverage. Now, some significant ins here, Benny. I think you mentioned earlier.
Some big
Braden
ins.
Fisher, leading goal kicker, and of course Luke Nitschke being back in. It's also another huge bonus, and also getting games into Lockie Ellsworth, his second game for the season, and also Coach Fuller for only his fourth game of the season. So Tigers starting to build, you'd suggest, and because as I said, Henry Voigt back in the team as well. So, Robbie Shield, the Tigers starting to build and get back somewhere towards where we saw them last year. Of course, missing Shane McWaters today and Stevie Huxter out injured as well. So,
Yeah, no.
and of course, as Benny mentioned, Mitchell Jenkins also missing.
And I think you're right, Pistols. They're going to be the team that's going to, at this point, well, outside of your Adler, our personal opinion, they're going to be the team that's going to challenge Harndorf. So they know they can beat them because they beat them last year. They almost had them in the granny, and now they're getting their full complement of players back. So I reckon it might be a blowout here today, unfortunately. But I reckon they're just... We saw them against Harndorf 2 weeks ago, pre-lockdown, and it was one quarter beat them, the second quarter. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they go.
And just Squivers, look at him, he's just lurking, he's just like a sprinter at Tokyo in 100 metres, waiting to jump out of the gates with a stat. Jaden J.
Geez, thanks, Pistols. So you just some interesting stats on some players here. So Cooper Luke has featured in Lobethal's best the past 5 games, including first best against Onkers. So it'll be good to see how Cooper goes today. And also Daniel Benson, number 12 for Blackwood, has also featured in the last featured best players in the last 5 games, so around 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, including first best in round 9 and first best in round 13 as well. So there's some stats for you. And also Blackwood have been having slow starts this season, so they've only averaged a score of 12 the last 5 games and also 12 in away games. They have been finishing well in last quarters as well, so it'll be very interesting to see how they go in the first quarter here, Blackwood.
Thank you very much there to Jaden J. So all in readiness here as the teams break from their final huddle. And, Blackwood looking to continue, been under a little bit of pressure the last few weeks. Because losing to Loft in the last round, Benny.
Forgive me if Jaden's already said this. I'm just wondering about the first quarters for each side. Jaden, first quarters for each side. You got anything there?
So, yep. So, the first quarter average scores for each side. Did you mean the last 5 matches, Goldie? Or?
Yeah, if that's you're the
so
man.
last 5 matches. So the average first quarter score for Blackwood has been 12, and I'll just get the one for Lobethal as we speak. But yeah, like I said, Blackwood have been having slow starts. So an average score for Lobethal has been 15 in the first quarter, last 5 matches. So it'll be very interesting to see how both teams go in their first quarter, and hopefully one of them can get a fast start.
So the past 10 meetings, it's 10-6 in favour of the Woods, but the Tigers have actually won 3 of the last 4 meetings decisively.
Just a quick one here. Good to see Cooper Skinner straight in the ruck. Henry Voigt back in the lineup. He's starting on this wing, Pistols.
So umpire Lawless holds it away. We're away, round 16, Hills Football League action. First kick away by Riley, puts the Tigers forward. Bouncing ball. Coming to meet there, going to ground was Evan Johnson. He was taken high, alleges umpire Lawless. So Evan Johnson will have the first kick of the match for the Blackwood Football Club after the winning clearance from Aidan Riley.
So Johnson switches play. Got some running play here, the Woods, using up Oscar Hodge. We saw him interleague Pistols and he was fantastic.
And this young
so
man too.
This guy, Jackson Fairman, he goes with a little short pass. Good play from the Woods, just working the wing area. Back in board, finds Fairman. Kicked an important goal against Achunga to get them the win at Achunga Oval. So Blackwood looking for a good start in the white. Kicks out towards the half-forward line. And they've got an opportunity here to kick the ball inside 50 near the pavilion area. And that's what they do.
Ball taken there.
I think it's Benson.
Yep, Benson.
Yeah, Daniel Benson runs around. Straightens the angle, then to the top of the square, lurking there, Phil Hopton over the back of the pack.
Oh, Dykesman.
There's a chance there for Dykesman. Picks up the ball, and the skipper,
Yeah, great goal.
within the first 90 seconds, has the first one on the board, importantly for Blackwood. So a good start there for the Woods. Robbie
Yeah, the
Sherwood.
ball just went over the back of the pack, and he reads the play so well off hands, and he just, down at it, and hunched over, kicked it in one motion, and rolled through for a goal. So well done Blackwood.
That's an
Good
important
start.
start for them.
Yep. So Dykesman, their leading goal kicker, coming to game with 15. Now kick 16, of course, Joel Aish and Hopton sitting on 14 apiece.
Just in the middle here, we've got Cooper Skinner, Tim Jenkin, Aidan Riley and Cooper Luke. Benson's in there, Sam Zevenboom in ruck, and also Matt Tuck as well.
So Skinner virtually goes uncontested, got his hand, goes back to the ball, brought it to the ground
Oh.
again. This time had 2 chances to get rid of the ball, but was held up. So Zevenboom and Skinner, who both were interleague teammates this year, now the rivalry here today. Tuck dispossessed there. Ball comes back here, taken by Riley, does the fend off, gets the ball to Skinner, shoots out a long handball into Jenkin, bounces nice from Timmy Variety. Because Mitch not playing today, puts it forward. Carter works to the front of the pack. Ball comes to ground. Racing in there. Ball gathered by Blackwood defence. Held in there. Desperate stuff as the Tigers move deep into their forward
It's a
line.
tall forward line. You've got Carter, Brady Dorr and Braden Fisher down there. So ball up inside 50 for the Tigers. Dorr will do the ruck work here. Stands his ground, brings it down the ground level, trying to bust through there the Woods, and wrapped up in the tackle by Brady Dorr, who'll go back up in the ruck. Can do it all, rucking, ground level work. Can kick goals as well. I think he kicked a handful last time against Harndorf. Anyway, flicks it nicely, clever position, just onside the goal square area. Blackwood's defence fighting hard, trying to clear the ball. Hands and knees, and the Tigers hold it up. Directly in front, Cooper Luke, the tackler. So ball up situation.
So, and they come again. Zevenboom, ball comes down there. Fed out here. There's a chance for Tuck. The reigning Marv Millis gets clear, puts it out towards the broadcast king. Wing area, but taken by Lockie Ellsworthy. It's good to see him back for his second game for the Tigers this year after a pre-season shoulder injury. So Ellsworthy sent it deep back from whence it came. The big man Gavin. Ball comes to ground. Zevenboom, the big man. He's dispossessed as he goes to ground. Tuck lurking, comes out the back door. It's Fuller. Bit of funny magic this way, that way. Finishes out the ball. Over the head of Cock. Comes out here to Jenkin. Bit of candy sold by Cooper Skinner. Unfortunately, his shot could not be converted. But first score of the day for the Tigers is a minor one, so they're 1 behind. And the Blackwood Football Club are 1 straight. 4 minutes gone, first term on call with a wild.
Woods will bring it in here from the entry gate side of the ground. Of course, Dykesman kicking the first goal. Johnson takes the mark from the kick out. Void on the mark. Kick out towards the half-back flank. Little spot-up park. Here is Dykesman now. What can he do? He's against Ellsworthy. Gets onto the left boot. Switches it towards the half-forward line. Here's Spawn. Great attack on the ball. He goes to Benson. He's under pressure from Ellsworthy. Got a kick away. Phil Hopton's in space here. Tight on the boundary line. Half-forward flank. Centres the ball nicely to Johnson,
lovely.
who set up the play from the half-back line. And he's going to run forward, Rob, and taken a hard-earned mark here and have a shot at goal.
Yeah, it was a great play down the wing here. It come past the Dreammaker, and Spawn got the inboard handball to Benson, who spotted up Hopton, who then just calmly picked it up and popped it over to Johnson. So probably having a shot, boys, from what, 35, 40 metres out?
Yep, 11 for the season.
Slight angle.
So Evan Johnson, of course, originally from the Gippsland. Sale City.
Nice kick.
The ball doesn't sail to the...
Well, it's gone straight, but it's gone through for a point.
Yep.
Sails to the wrong side of the post, so Blackwood 1-1, the Tigers 1 behind. Good to see the vice-captain Spawn back out there again, boys. His second game back after a knee injury, because we had his dad, Kieran Spawn, on earlier edition of the Call of the Wild, so good to see the walking picture show out there again. So the squid, Giorgio, brings it back in for the Tigers. Broadcast side, Kenny got his hands to the ball, brings it to the ground.
High tackle.
High tackle there, perhaps, on the Blackwood player.
Unseen, I think. He was
Unseen. It was,
blindsided.
Zach Venning, of course, his dad just standing along from us.
Yep.
Two of the greats here, Nick McCarthy and Damien Venning alongside us at the Dreammaker. So ball up, Zevenboom went up high, got the ball down to Tuck, a bit of touch of the fumbles. Here's O'Reilly over the ball, drives it forward. Cooper Luke gets it, flicks the ball back towards Voigt. Voigt in turn gets it to Cooper Skinner, who's had a bit of the ball early. Nurses up the line, looking for the skipper, ex-skipper and Fisher. One of his first touches since round 1. Ball out over the boundary line. On the Dreammaker side, the King Wing, 6 minutes gone, 1-1 plays 1. Goal.
Boundary throw in, centre wing out of side. It'll be Skinner versus Zevenboom, played interleague
well
together.
done,
Lovely
Tuck.
ruck work, finds Matt Tuck. That was great crumbing. Gee, the Woods are on early here. Here's Hillard, kick inside 50. Giorgio, nice pickup. He was against Jan Warbett. Kicks it out of defence. Oh, lovely work taken over there by Matt Scroby, I think it is. He'll kick the ball round the corner towards centre wing, interchange wing area, but the Woods peeling off there was Samuel Vanning. He takes the mark. Off he goes quickly. Good movement from the Woods. Kicks it towards the half-forward line. Chop out there by Giorgio. Good crumbing from the Woods. Kick inside 50. Spot up pass. Phil Hopton. He's doing work well early, Rob, presenting nicely.
Yep. No.
Well, big ground. They need the big man to, as you said, move around a bit and supply the target here. Very
Looks like he's going to have a shot, boys. He'd
So-
be 50.
Yep, just outside the 50 arc, I'd suggest, in front of the chicken barbecue. So he'll go short as he's got a lead up
Oh,
here.
Johnson.
And it's Johnson who's already all over the ground, as Goldie said, doing it across half-back, doing it up forward. Already had one shot at goal for a
Just
minus
look a
one.
little bit flat here, Rob. Tigers.
Yeah. I think Blackwood are quicker.
Absolutely. It's both. Yeah.
So
Woods are on.
Evan Johnson said 14 goals for the season. Looks like he's going to go
Reverse.
for the banana check
Great
side.
kick.
Oh,
Great conversion there from Evan Johnson.
great kick.
So, after 7.5 minutes, first term, round 16 action on Call to Wild, it's the Blackwood Woodsmen 2-1 leading the Tigers, 1 behind. Early stats, Jaden and Indy.
Cheers. Thanks, Pistols. So you're talking about fast starts. Blackwood have definitely got into one here. 24 kicks, 2 handballs, but 12 marks as well. Also 6 marks inside 50 so far. So well done to Blackwood. 9 kicks to Lobethal, 5 handballs and 2 marks. So Blackwood are dominating at the moment. Indy.
Yeah, despite winning the first 2 centre clearances from Lobethal compared to Blackwood's none, it still looks like Blackwood have been able to get more inside 50s from the defensive half of the ground, which has certainly been impressive feat for them.
So back in the middle. What can the Tigers do here? Blackwood up and about, opening 2 goals to this one. Big contest, especially for the Woods, to remain in the top 5 area. Snapped forward by Benson and keep their top 3 chances alive. Here's Fairman.
Oh,
Woods
well done,
doing
little
well.
fella.
Here's a chance. Kick towards goal by Dykesman. They're up and about. 3 goals in the opening 9 minutes of play. Blackwood go to 3 goals, 1. Lobethal 1 point, and the Tigers are still shocked.
Yeah, that was quick movement, boys, wasn't it? Great handball. Started with in the ruck, got the tap through Zeven Boom, and yeah, just good centre clearance and away they went.
I tell you, he'd rank as one of the most improved footballers in the Hills competition this year, Zach Zevenboom.
Yep.
Of course, taking over the mantle, Jan Wybert being used up forward today. But as we said, playing rep football for the Hills League in the Eastern Zone and the Country Championship. So well done to Big Ziva. So he's back in the centre against another young gun in Skinner. Ball comes down, crushing his way through is Benson. Ball comes to ground, fed out here. But a good tackle applied there by Matt Fuller, who's probably just sensed the urgency for his side with 3 goals kicked against him in the opening 9 minutes. So back again, early riser was Skinner, rucked by, taken by Zevenboom. Ball comes down, Zevenboom follows up, hands and knees stuff, flicks the ball out the back door. Tackle applied there by Jack Bampton on a Blackwood opponent. So umpire rule will come in once again and ball up. So just come out the 10 minutes gone, opening term, round 16. Trust you enjoying the Call to Wild action. Ball comes down there, followers involved, comes out to Timmy Jenkins, high kick away. Tapped on cleverly out there, taken out
Hodge.
here by Hodge, like his work. Puts up the line to that exciting partner in crime, another junior in Jackson Fairman.
Gee, they're on early. Looking very good. Another one here. They'll be real confident, kicking into only halfway through the first quarter. Here's a chance for, I think it's Dykesman on hands and knees, is it? Shovels it out towards the boundary line, and that's where it's gone.
Love the work of Hopton early. We've seen him have some off days, but I tell you what, today he's come to play, and why not? He's one of the most experienced blokes out there in a pretty young Wood side.
Pring switches play. What can they do here? Cooper Skinner. He'll go to Giorgio. Well, Squid will take it here. Off he goes. Norwood Premiership player. Spent time at Melbourne as well. He goes over the top. Opens it up for Ellsworthy. Good to see him starting to stamp his place in this A-grade side after a bit of injuries earlier in the year. Bennett's is held up by Carter. Of course, Lobethal's leading goal kicker this season. Pistols with 33 goals. 2nd overall in the HFL Division 1 competition. Half-forward line for the Tigers.
You like to see your forwards working well and not just being a target, but a good tackle applied there by Carter. Ball comes out here. Ground level working hard there. Held in. Bampton involved. And also looks like it was young Charlie Powell. Still eligible for senior Colts, so having another run in the seniors today. So, ruck duel. Here's Warbert.
Great ruck.
Great tap. He's having a run on the ball now. Replaces him, but a bit of candy shown by the Mar Millicent tuck. Turns inboard. Spots up to skipper Dykesman. Why not? He's on form with 2 goals already. Comes out here, well taken by Powell, gave it to
Voigt.
Voigt. Voigt puts it inside 50, but dropping back,
good
taking
grab.
the mark is Sammy Venning for the Woods.
Got scoring power down there, the Tigers, but just great work from the Woods early.
Yeah,
Johnson, off they
again.
go. They're moving it quickly. They're moving it really nicely. Here's Hodge, one of our favourites, kicks it towards the half-forward line. Over the top, it'll be Phil Hopton here, racing back. Good pressure. Tigers should settle here for Voigt. Just got to get some passages of play together, Rob.
Yep.
Tim Jenkin takes the mark, kicks it into the middle of the ground and finds Harry Viney. Just need to get it back on their terms here, Rob.
Yeah, they're just, once again, Blackwood are just too quick.
Viney just advances a little bit up the cricket pitch, finds Maxwell, gives it back to Viney, who's run on. He'll go long.
Here's that bombing.
Here's a chance for Carter. Good spoil by Bennett, brings the
Ah,
ball
well
to
done.
ground.
Yeah,
Leg
it
with
was a
the
good
tuck,
tackle.
I think it was. Yeah, pinned the arm and threw the ball away. So good tackle applied by Jackie Bampton.
It was a 1-on-3 marking contest, but it's come off here for the Tigers with Bampton with an opportunity.
Yeah, they're just...
Spot up pass here. Brady Dorr, he'll go off to the races, won't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, look at this.
Nonchalantly.
Oh, he's missed.
Oh,
He's hit the
He's
post.
missed.
Wow.
Oh, I think he took that a bit casual.
I think even the Blackwood defence, they didn't worry about running and standing the mark and were
Yeah.
resigned to a goal. But funny thing, football. So the kick out comes out here to Spawn. As I said, great to see him back in the lineup for the Woods. He'll come out wide.
Oh.
Off the side of the boot as he's missed the target there. And Bennett's out over the line. So Scroby grabs the chance, but
Gets
it
pass
back.
it back and taken here by Spawn. So redeemed himself.
I'm just watching Matty Fleur at ground level. He's got the hands on the hips. If this continues, there might be a break at quarter time.
Yeah, a little bit frustrated. So he goes back here to Hayden Kenny. Good to see him back in the side. He'll go out further, finds a teammate there in Hodge. Hodge nurses up the line, finds T. Oh, he's pushed in the back, no, said the
No.
umpire. Ball
Good
gathered
tackle.
there, held there. But Matty T, perhaps a bit unfortunate not to get paid the free kick, but a little bit of push and shove at ground level there as players try to extricate themselves from the tangle. And umpire rule will recommence play as we tick up to nearly 14 minutes gone. So Warbett gets the ball down. Taken there
Good handball.
by Hilliard. Round the corner to Chuck. The medalist gets it up the line in front of the pavilion. I tried to trap there was Voigt. Cleverly tacked on by T to Dykesman. Dykesman gets it, but the only one at home is Elliott. Smothers the ball.
Oh.
Well run on by Dykesman. Finally, the cavalry arrives. Assistance there. I think it's Stafford. Gets the ball across to Maxwell. Gets his hand to it. Goes to ground level.
Well done by
Pressure
Kenny.
on there. Well done there. Kenny with pressure as well. So Blackwood just answering the challenge here at the moment for the Tigers.
They're on. They're looking very good. Blackwood up and about. 3 goals, 1 to 2 points. Viney just bombs away. It hasn't been clear disposal inside 50 for the Tigers in this first quarter. They've got some good forwards down there, and Dorr, Fisher and Carter, and they're just bombing away, and Blackwood just doing as they please at the moment from the half-back line. Here's Hodge. He'll gather the ball tight on the boundary line. Tries to get around Aidan Riley. Doesn't come off. Kick inside 50 for the Tigers there by Scroby, and he finds Braden Fisher. So he's tight on the boundary though, Rob.
He'd probably be, 35 metres out, boys? 40 metres on the angle.
Might lob it in here.
Yes, he's looking for Dorr, I reckon.
Carter over the top,
Carter.
but there, once again, Blackwood's defence holding up well. Venning.
Yep, so Sammy Venning, the veteran, goes back across goals.
Oh!
I think it's Hayden Kenny's
Yep.
found.
Confidence though.
So Kenny nurses the ball forward, playing possession football here.
Venning.
finds-
Sam Venning.
No, Zach
Zach.
Venning, the
Zach
youngster,
Venning.
in his third game, because son of the diva.
Good
Gets up the
movement.
line. Here's Spawn,
Spawn.
busy early.
That's a little bit too easy.
Here we
Good
go.
kick out here to Benson. Benson
Great.
has time to nurse it up the wing and finds big Phil Hopton, who strolled down. Gives it back to Benson. On the move, the Woods inside 50.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fairman with
yeah,
the
hang it
elbows.
on.
It's all going their way.
Yep, free kick played to Lockie Banish, held there in that contest. So Banish just outside the 50-metre arc. He'll put it inside that now. This is Cox a target. Good defence work by Elliott. Brings the ball. Here's
Oh.
Cox. This way, that way. Feeds the ball back here. Gets it back here to Matty T. He'll have a shot if he
Oh.
can. That was
No.
smothered. Gets it across to the corridor. Coming to meet it is Viney. Gives it to Stafford. Sweeping handball back here to Timmy Jenkins. He's got time to lift the eyes and puts up the line. Finds Jack Maxwell.
All right, here we go. Tigers just starting to settle a little bit here. Fisher takes the mark, half-back line, just near us against Oscar Hodge. Of course, Fisher playing in round 1 against Mount Lofty, then got a ankle injury,
Kicked 5 goals in that game, Goldie.
and now he's back in the lineup. Just needs to get the troops going here. Pop over pass, Cooper Luke.
Oh.
Is that nice work, Oscar Hodge?
Yeah.
Throw it in.
And that'll be a boundary throw-in just in front of us in the Dreammaker here. 17 minutes gone, opening quarter action.
We'd
from,
actually get that ball for that boy. Sorry, buddy.
We would.
3 goals, 1 Blackwood. Lobethal 2 points. Goal kickers so far. Dykesman has kicked 2 and Evan Johnson's kicked 1. Great start for Blackwood.
So, Warburton front position. Voigt moves to the front. Warburton takes the
well
ball.
done.
His kick was smothered at ground level. Good work there by the youngster and Charlie Powell for the Tigers. Ball held in there, so umpire Lawless will come and ball up. So once again, it'll be Henry Voigt, of course, past Sturt Reserves Premiership captain, I believe, Goldie. Ball comes down there. Viney, he's held up in a tackle by Bailey Batco for the Woods. So once again, umpire Lawless in the action. So the big man jostle. Oh, he's playing a free kick here to go to Henry Voigt.
Yep.
So Voigt got the run out here of Scroby. Takes the ball as they move along the King wing, out of wing area.
He got in the best last time Tigers played against Harndorf.
Yep, that's a short go 10. The Bear, call on, played on, was Jenkins, puts up Jack Banton, tried to scoop it. He's under pressure from 2 Woodsmen. Oh, good play by Hodge.
Oh!
Taken Hyde as he tried a bit of kit. No,
holding the ball.
Holding the ball, yeah, Oscar Hodge. Got a bit of a look, as I said, in the head, young Wayne Carey look about him.
Yeah, he
Hodge.
does. Umpire's going one way, then the other, and now he's gone the other way, so we worked it out. And so Harry Vine, he missed the majority of last season's shortened season with a leg injury, and it might be the right knee that's strapped right now. So once again, a high kick forward, trying to get it to the tall timber, maybe a little bit conscious of the tall timber Pistols in the forward movement at the moment.
Fantastic defensive work there by Nathan Dunn, who's had a very good season. He'd be probably leading.
They've got some of the best defenders in the comp, Blackwood.
He'd be polling consistent. Their club's best and first Molden medal was Fisher. Drags one forward. Here's that man Dunn again lurking. Clever handball to Spawn. He was legged.
Yep.
Little ankle tap there from the squid. Giorgio, so Spawn gets the free kick.
Off they go, the Woods. They work it well, don't they, Rob? Fairman takes the ball. He goes over the top, tries to get it to Bennett. He's got support, though. Here's a chance. Is it Kenny?
Well done. Yep.
Sols a bit of candy, kicks it up the wing area. One bounce. How's the... Oh, lovely pick
well
up.
done, Ellsworthy.
Here's a chance. Riley just got to get one here, the Tigers, to settle and get their mojo going. Kicks it out towards the wing area. Here's Scroby. He's got a paddock. He's got Timmy Jenkin, who's on the motor control here, and he goes to him. Handballs in board. What would a tractor do? Kicks it low. That's a better delivery. That's a better delivery to one of the biggest forwards in the comp.
The high leaping Jackie Bampton.
Yeah, you talk about the tall timber down there. Here we are, Jackie Bampton. Beautiful, lovely delivery.
Yeah.
Rather than bombing it in.
Yep.
And he found the man himself, the captain.
So little Jack hasn't kicked too many goals this year. Said to interrupt the start to the season. So Jack Bampton, Dallas the cameraman will be right behind him. He'll be right down the barrel. So Jack needs to register this for the Tigers. He's steered it through.
That was a sensational overhead mark by Jack.
Yeah, that would be, yeah. So at the 20-minute mark, the Tigers finally get their first goal on the board. 1-2, and the Blackwood a 3-1 here on the call of the Wild.
Yeah, they sort of appeared on the ropes, Rob, but they have settled.
Yeah, in the last 3 or 4 minutes, they've just, well, I suppose you could say, in a way, slowed the game down just a tad. But, yeah, they're starting to win the ball out of the middle now.
The skippers, I mean, the playing coach has put him straight into the middle here, so it's a good engine room. We've got Matt Fuller, Aidan Riley, Henry Voigt, and Cooper Luke.
Yep.
Zevenboom's in there. Also Benson, Matty Tuck, Riley, clearance. That's what he does. Kick in the forward line. Blackwood's defence holding up nicely. Kick out towards the wing area. It'll be a one-on-one contest.
Oh, well done.
Nice work. Charlie Powell's around the action. Fortuitous little kick out the stoppage there. Here's Benson. He goes to Zevenboom, and the big man will look to kick the Woods inside 50. Will he Pistols? No, he goes to Benson.
Absolutely. That was Evan Johnson involved at passage of play. He's everywhere. As he's providing some up here. It's River Moore, who's a late inclusion, wearing the number 5 Guernsey. Chips it forward, there's Big Phil, lumbering out and taking...
That's what he's got to do.
Pushing it back, so Phil Hopton, they'll be just on the edge of the centre square.
He's a big kick.
60
but he goes to the
Waste
short
no
one.
time here.
Yeah, good kick.
Had 2 to pick out. One was Benson, the other one was Johnson lurking, but in the end it was Benson.
Has he kicked any goals this year?
So Daniel Benson
He's kicked
has
5.
kicked 5, yes.
Of course, underage male medalist.
Of course, more involved in the grunt in the centre work and getting the ball forward, so probably doesn't drift forward that often. But here's the opportunity here, and if he kicks this, it'll be a very handy.
His dad was umpiring the reserves.
Yes. So Daniel Benson, as Goldie said, past junior medalist in the Hills competition.
Has a bit of a lick at the chops there, Pistols, as he comes in.
So
Nice kick.
drop punt. It's
Gone
just
to the left.
away. In fact, over the line.
Is that a mark on the line?
There's been
It
paid
is.
on the line. Looks like it's
Henry Voigt.
Voigt. Right on the last line of defence, you could say, Goldie. So Voigt between the goal and point post. He goes, nurses it out to the old cricket net pocket. We're staying by Elliott.
Blackwood 3-1, Lobethal 1-2. 23 minutes gone, first quarter.
He goes back. A bit dangerous here, but it's come off.
Luke.
The Tigers clear through Cooper. Luke up the line.
Yeah.
There's Brady Dorr just lumbering down the king wing and takes a chest mark in front of Sam Zevenborg.
It'll be a good test for Zevenboom against one of the SANFL best ruckmen, who's now at the Tigers. Kicks it towards the wing area. Fisher, how's he going to go here?
Oh, clever.
That's clever.
Well
Down
done.
to Cooper Skinner. As I said, good to see him in the lineup after an injury in the last game. Goes to Fisher. Starting to get some tuck. Oh, he's caught one in the face. Welcome back to footy.
Yeah, accidentally there.
He wants a free kick.
Tackle from Evan Johnson, but actually he's recovered pretty quickly.
Yeah, bit of a smack in the chops.
So, ruck duel. Zevenborg comes to Voigt, hacks one forward, not far. Good pick up there from Oric.
Looking
Gets
for
the point
someone.
for the skipper, for the coach, from Fuller on that raking left, puts it forward.
Oh, well done.
Well done by Carter.
They're
Put the
reading
ball
it
to
well off
ground.
ground here.
Yep, ball comes back here. I think
Oh.
it's under pressure. Oh, well done. I
great.
think it was,
High tackle.
Well done, Blackwood's defence.
I think it was done.
Yep.
In mid-air, actually handballed the ball to young Venning, who was in fringe. So he gets the ball across here to Sammy Venning. Puts it up the line and a mark taken out wide for the...
I think
it's
it's
Banic.
Banic,
I think
sorry.
it is. Puts it back to
Oh,
Zen.
dangerous.
Clearly
Danger.
intercept there by the Tigers. Good enough to get out. It's Venning in only his third A-grade game. Round the corner towards the interchange area. Here's Pring getting involved for the Tigers. Ball kept in play. But eventually out over the line, right in front of Blackwood coach Scott Preble. Would be pretty happy at this stage of the game. Team leading 3-1 to 1-2. 23 and a half minutes gone, Goldie, first term.
Boundary throw in just near the Woods interchange bench area. Voigt won it down cleverly to Riley. Kick, scrubbers it inside 50. That'll favour the Woods.
Good handball.
They're
to
winning
Venning.
at ground level, aren't they, Woods?
Yep.
Rob, the ground level work there from the Woods defence. Lobethal starting to get inside 50s here, but Blackwood's defence doing it well at ground level in particular. So just got to be a bit better with their inside 50 deliveries here, the Tigers. Sweeping handball over the top. Might have been Fuller, I think, with the handball. Tigers under pressure
well
here from
done.
the Woods.
Great
Once
tackle.
again, their tackling pressure's been phenomenal in this first quarter.
Yeah, and a big ground like this, you've got to hold the ball in, and they're doing it very well at the moment when the opposition try to make clearances. Ball comes out here. Oh, Voigt, clever tap down there. I think it was towards Fuller. He's beset by Woodsman.
Just having a look at the forward line. So real deep. We've got Fisher, Brady Dorr and Carter. So they've got the tall timber, Harry Viney and Jack Bampton.
Here they go.
There's a chance. Ball brought forward here out in the lead.
There we go.
Brady
That's better.
Dorr.
That's better delivery.
And just stuck up the big Dukes and, well, as tall as it is, when he puts his hands up, he's about 7 foot.
Yep.
Goldie. So good mark there from Brady Dorr. As we said, rather nonchalant first shot at goal, so I think he'd be more serious about this one. Right in the boundary line.
How many's he kicked?
15
for the season. Is that no
Point.
Just drifted a pass. So 2 behinds as he's tallied this afternoon so far, Brady Dorr. And the Tigers move on to 1-3 to 3-1. So the opposites on the scoreboard. It's a Blackwood holding the lead here. 25 and a half gone. So probably quarter time beckoning here at Thomas Foods International Park in Lobethal, the Valley of Praise. So Venning brings the ball out, then goes long towards the coaching box side.
Oh, nice kick.
Big leap there.
Oh, well done.
Litsky lurking. Ball eludes him. Ball comes back in there, going to ground level. Held in there, and umpire Lawless will come in and ball it up.
So, 26 minutes gone. And I was just going to say, it's almost quarter time. Well, there it is, quarter time. And good start from Blackwood out of the blocks. Opening 3 goals inside 9 minutes. 2 to Dykesman, 1 to Johnson. Lobethal just started to get the arm wrestle back to at least even for the rest of the quarter, with Jackie Bampton taking a nice overhead mark at the 20-minute mark. And the Tigers 1-3, Blackwood 3-1. So a good start for Blackwood, Rob.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining game. So Blackwood running the ball well. Hopton's been good up forward, just contesting and whatever. So he's a good target for the boys, and yeah, they're running the ball well. So another goal would have been handy. Probably deserved it in a way, but yeah, towards the end of the quarter, Goldie, I reckon, and Pistols, I reckon, Lobie just started to slow the game down a little bit and get on top. But they're persisting with kicking the ball long into the forward
Yeah, they're
line.
looking up and looking at that forward
Yep.
line thinking, oh, we'll just bomb it in.
Yep.
And
I
that's
think
not going to come off.
because they got Fisher and Dorr
Carter
up
and
there,
Dorr.
and Carter. They do have the height advantage, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they keep pursuing that line of attack. So, but yeah, entertaining first quarter.
All right, it's Blackwood 3-1 leading at Lobethal 1-3. So we'll go down and find out how it played out statistically from the dynamic duo with the stats, Jaden and Indy.
Cheers. Thanks, Pistols. So the kicking stats, 64 kicks to 49 in favour of Blackwood. I reckon that's the most we've had by one team for the year. The handball count, 18 to 9 in favour of Lobethal. I reckon that's a contrast in the styles of play between these two teams. Blackwood, the more kick mark sort of style game, and then Lobethal were able to counteract it at times. The marking count, 35 marks to 20 in favour of Blackwood. And the tackle count, which is unbelievable. Blackwood have had more tackles than Lobethal, despite them having more of the ball. So well done to Blackwood. Great start. Indy, your take on the game, mate?
Yeah, both teams nearly neck and neck in some of the major stats we've measured here, and yet still 10 points different on the scoreboard. The hitouts have been 10 to 12 in Blackwood's favour in this opening term. Particularly early, Blackwood were winning a lot of the stoppages, but that certainly changed as the quarter progressed. The inside 50s were 11 to 10 in Lobethal's favour. Blackwood held the ledger for a good portion of that quarter, but just lost it a little bit later as Lobethal got some repeat entries, and it's 3 centre clearances to 2 in Lobethal's favour as well. So they're not conceding too much from the middle, that's for sure. They probably just took a couple of unwarranted blows a little bit early in that quarter, which did a little bit of damage on the scoreboard, hence why they're down by 10 points. But Lobethal statistically are certainly still in this game. Back to you, Jaden.
Cheers, thanks. And just some quarter stats here. So that was Blackwood's equal second highest away first quarter score for the year with 19, and it was actually Lobethal's third lowest first quarter score for the year. And those low quarter scores for Lobethal have all been at Lobethal. So the first quarter scores at Lobethal for Lobethal, round 6 was only 4 points, round 11 it was only 8 points, and today only 9 points. So that's a bit of an issue for Lobethal at their home ground. But in saying that, in round 6, where they only scored 4 points, they scored 40 in the second quarter, and also in the second quarter in round 11, they scored 21. So that will be very interesting. They actually only scored 3 points against Harndorf last time we were here at Lobethal. So it'll be very interesting to see how Lobethal can go in the second quarter here and respond at Pistols.
Thank you very much there to Jaden J and Indy with the stats that matter. And I was just thinking, it's clear at the moment, but I can notice a little bit of a chill as Robbie Shearwood up out the chair there. I thought he was going to get the Shane Collins quilt
No,
to use
mate.
in the second turn.
No, I was thinking about getting my jacket, but it is starting to get a bit chilly.
Now, quarter time scores as we go around the grounds for Chris Shaw Accounting and Mortgage Choice. And in the country division, Mackie 2-2 leading Kangaroo 2-1. The Giant Killers, the Bloods. Kersbrook in a big game down there, equal top position at the moment with Meadows. Kersbrook 3-5, Meadows 2 straight. And Gumaraka have got a big lead early in the game at Mount Pleasant. Gumaraka 6-1 and leading Torrens Valley 1 behind. And in the other score we have from the Division 1 competition, Nairn. And of course Daniel Lackenby coaching his third last game in charge of the Wrens. Nairn 3 straight leading Uradla 2-2. And as I said here at Lobethal, it's the home side 1-3 trailing Blackwood 3-1. Goal kickers, as Goldie said before. Dykesman with 2, kicking the opening goal in the first 90 seconds. And Johnson with 1 for Blackwood. And Jackie Bant and the Tigers skip bobbing up with a goal late in the term. So 3-1, 1-3 as the coaches have finished their quarter time addresses. So teams moving into position here for the start of the second term. Trust you're enjoying our coverage on Call the Wild. Tell us where you're watching from throughout Australia and how things are going. So, started the second term here. Once again, Zevenboom versus Voigt. Ball comes down, centre square, actually taken by Nitsky. Played to advantage here, is streaking away there was Cooper. Luke puts the ball forward towards Fisher.
Well done.
Good defensive work by Venning. Sam Variety comes back to Fisher though, feeds it back to the youngster in Scroby. He's got time to lift the eyes, puts it forward. A great intercept mark taken there by Matty Tuck. The reigning best and fairest for Blackwood relieves the pressure.
Yep, their defence is on, and it's not just the defence, it's all over the ground. Good start for Blackwood in that first quarter, kicking 3 goals in the opening 9 minutes.
Oscar Hodge.
Then matched the Tigers for the rest of the quarter. Oscar Hodge now, as I said, he played interleague, one of the great young guns in this Blackwood lineup.
Nice kick.
Lovely low pass there.
Zach Venning.
Finds Zach Venning here on the half-back flank, just around from us in the Dream Maker. Quarter number 2 here. Of course, round 7 match. Blackwood lost that one by 12 points against the Tigers.
Jackson Fairman,
Jackson Fairman just in front of us now near Luke Nitschke, who's back in the lineup. He goes a low pass. Good patient build-up here from the Woods. He finds Matt Tuck, last year's male medalist, as Pistol said. So Tuck, just patient build-up here for Blackwood. He goes with the longer kick now towards the half-forward flank. Phil Hopton's the target, goes over the top of here. Here's the running machine in Evan Johnson. What will he do here? He goes for goal. That's what he does, and he kicks it.
Oh,
yes!
Oh.
Patient build-up from Blackwood, and then Johnson over the top. Phil Hopton was the target, I think.
Yep,
Johnson runs onto it and nails it. Tight on the boundary line, and a great start, Pistols, to this second quarter from Blackwood. They're up and about.
Well, boys, for the second successive quarter to start this game, they've kicked the goal in the first 90 seconds of that particular stanza. And said Evan Johnson, he's everywhere. His second goal. And the boy from Sales City, he's missed a bit of footy this year with injury, so certainly making his presence felt here early. So Blackwood 4-1 to 1-3. So the Tigers starting a little bit of worry here early in the game. So Voigt gets it down, centre square. The clearance has been, Blackwood have been very good. That's why they hold disadvantage at the moment. Ball held in there. So once again, umpire Lawless pitches the ball up. One down by Viney, taken by Viney this way from Voigt it was, sorry, puts it forward. Maxwell, fortuitous mark there, you suggest. So just inside the 50-metre arc, so Jack Maxwell.
Is he looking
bit
for
of push
Fisher?
and shove up for the ball between Viney and Benson. Meanwhile, the ball has been transferred to Carter, who's taken a mark in the cricket net pocket. So Carter, the leading goal kicker for the Tigers this year, with 33, sits second on the Division 1 goal-kicking list at the moment behind Jared Petrenko. So
this is his first look at it today, I reckon.
yes,
Yep.
yes, quite
First
right.
kick.
So Carter, of course, son of Russ Carter, member of the last premiership side for the Tigers in 2002. So Carter, deliberate shot. Right behind him will be the cameraman, Dallas. Sits
Nice
on his
kick.
way. He's read it very nicely
That's
indeed. That's what you love from your key spearhead. So the second on the board for the Tigers. They go to 2-3 to 4-1. 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes gone first term. Just going around the grounds again. Quarter time. Country Division Mackie 2-2. Kangarilla 2-1. Kersbrook 3-5. Meadows 2 straight. Gummaraka 6-1. Torrens Valley 1 behind. And in Division 1, Nairn 3 goals. Uralda 2-2. Harndorf 2-8. Lead Lefty Devils 1 goal. Boards out with the lawnmower. And Onka Valley 6-4.
There goes.
Onka Valley 6-4. Mount Barker 2-3.
Lucky they kicked 8 points, Pistols. My prediction would have been blown out of
Still
the
in it.
water.
Back in the middle, meantime, Tigers hitting back there, 2-3, Blackwood 4-1, and it's a free kick here for Lobethal in the ruck contest, and that didn't look too good, actually. I'm just going to have a look at that. Might be, yeah, it's Henry Voigt.
Henry Voigt.
Yep.
Just slowly getting to his knees. I think it was involved in the ruck contest there,
Yep.
Pistols, or just
I think he got a
looked
boot.
straight up. So just having a look at the replay here.
So it's even, bro.
Oh, yeah. Zevenboom just with a bit of high leaping there, and Henry Voigt on the end of that. So he's up, though. So Tigers will get the free kick here, and they'll look to move the ball inside 50 after that last goal from Carter a few seconds ago. So here's Voigt. Finds the team out here on the wing, and that's James Elliott. Everyone in the forward half of the ground for the Tigers. Can they weave their way through traffic? Elliott goes to Matt Fuller. Fuller switches play out towards Tim Jenkin. Here goes the tractor, off and running. Here goes a low pass. half-forward line.
No,
Finds the squid. He can kick goals. We saw him earlier in the
Yes.
year kick a couple against Harndorf. He opts to go sideways to Tim Jenkin. It's a loaded forward line and defence area. No one outside basically the forward 50 at the moment.
Is that 50?
Is that 50?
It's been shot down here in the goal square. There's a bit of push and shove. It's been reversed.
Oh, yeah, down we go.
Fisher and Bennett's involved
it's
there.
been
and
reversed.
Dorr.
It's been
it's
reversed meantime.
In the meantime, ball out here. Gathered by Spawn. High kick around the body towards half forward. The cavalry arrive. And the experienced Nitsky, good to see him back for the Tigers, takes a mark. Transfers play across here to Ellsworthy. Ellsworthy in time puts it up here to Maxwell. Stretches the strings as he takes a mark. Gives it back to Ellsworthy. He's run on. Little measured kick up the line finds Cooper Luke. So Cooper Luke just studying what's on offer. Will he go backwards towards Elliott? No, he'll move it forward. He's got a lead here from Carter.
Oh, good mark.
Good strong mark from Carter.
Oh.
in
Gee,
opposition
made
to-
him earn that.
Yeah,
Yep.
from Sam Venning. Plenty of experience there from Sammy Venning. And
Just had a look at the old man up
Yep.
here.
yeah,
Knee in the head.
so Carter puts it back to Timmy the Tractor Jenkin.
Yeah, they've just slowed the game down a bit, boys.
And he'll nurses across the cricket pitch area, find the coach and Fuller. He
Well,
quickly got a loose man out wide, which is Elliott.
It
who's
is
run on.
it is a congested forward line.
So in
Yeah.
front of the home of the Tigers, you can see on the banner, it's Jamie Elliott with the resultant kick on the wing.
There's no one outside of forward of
half.
centre.
It's all in the forward half
Yep.
here. Oh, low ball. Got to use it perfectly here to Tigers. Handball over the top. I think that was Elliott. He gets it to the running Stafford with the mullet. Kicks it forward. What will he do?
Oh,
Taking it.
you beauty!
Great
Carter.
mark.
Yeah, you could read that.
Carter said, if little Jack can do it, I can do it,
Yeah,
Goldie.
the big forward.
Yeah, good leap. And so right in the tee for goal. Good mark, but patient build-up is called by Benny Goldfitch. So Carter the opportunity to reward that with his second straight goal. Point-blank range.
There we go.
Makes no mistake. So the Tigers, second goal in 7 minutes. So just allows them to claw back a bit. So go to 3-3 to 4-1. Jaden and Indy.
Cheers. Thank you, Pistols. So, yeah, 21 kicks to 8 in favour of Lobethal. So, virtually the opposite of what happened in the early parts of the first quarter. 14 marks to 6 in favour of Lobethal. They're actually dominating, well, not dominating, but actually winning every count at the moment. 4 handballs to 0 in favour of Lobethal. Indy.
Yeah, they've won the first 3 consecutive centre clearances of the quarter, Lobethal. It's giving them a lot of opportunity in the inside 50s, 3-1.
Back in the middle. Tigers starting to get a bit of momentum here. Back-to-back goals from Carter. Bridges the margin back to 4 points. Pistols, 11 degrees at the moment. Precipitation, 24% chance. So we're right. Rob's a little bit chilly out
What's
there, but
it
he's
feel
doing
like,
all right.
Goldie? What's the feel like, Temp?
It's about 9 now. It'll drop down
Tell you, I reckon
significantly.
it feels like it's warming in and out there.
Soccer's out towards the boundary line.
Johnson, is it? No.
No. It's tight on the boundary line, and it's held up. Badco, I think it was, or Hillard.
Hillard. I think you're
So
right,
it'll be a
Goldie.
boundary throw-in, no clear last touch. We've gone 9 minutes in the second term here from Thomas Foods International Park in Lobethal. Beautiful Lobethal. Blackwood 4-1. Blackwood 4-1. Lobethal 3-3. Back-to-back goals. The last 2 goals of the match to Carter after Blackwood kicked the first one of this second term. They want
great
holding the ball in the
tackle.
woods, and they get it.
Jackson Fairman, I reckon it was.
Great tackle
the young
from the
fella.
young man, and he'll look forward. What will they do here? They've got some good forwards today. Hopton's down there, Dykesman's darting around. Meantime, it goes further afield, trying to get it to Jan Warbett, and that's taken there by Matty Fuller, the playing coach for the Tigers Pistols, and he'll look to kick it outside of the defensive 50, and once again, it's a congested area.
So Fuller, plenty of experience with Norden, of course, was on the list for the Western Dogs for a couple of years. Puts it up. Big Zevenboom's out there, got his hands to it. Slaps the ball towards the boundary line. Getting involved there was Giorgio. He's covering a bit of a ground in this term, the squid. So right in front of the old timekeeper's box, the academy boundary boy will pitch the ball in. So gathering to do battle, Voigt and Zevenboom. Quite a physical contest. Zevenboom double hands this one down. Oh, good pick up by Fuller. Riley it was, dispossessed. Woods take the ball, move it forward.
Oh, well
Here's
done
a chance
by-
for Dykesman. He's dangerous. Gets the ball out. T's lurking. Comes out here, back towards Spawn. Shrugs off a tackle, gets the ball. Here's Stafford getting involved. Gets the ball out here towards Skinner. Wills out of trouble. Gets a high kick, quick kick away. Taken here by
Osborne.
Hodge, Oscar Hodge.
Oh, Hodge, yep.
So Hodge drives it inside 50.
Oh.
Target there's Hopton, got his hands to it. Follows up well. Chance there and Yes.
Oh, is that 50? No.
And Cooper Skinner,
Nah, hanging on. I
perhaps
think.
ensuring it was seen the infringement. So Cooper
Yeah,
Skinner just
hanging on.
relieving the pressure, handball it off here to the run of Giorgio. So Alex comes out towards the King Wing broadcast side, bouncing ball, sits nicely for Fisher,
Ah,
shuts off his
well done.
handballs over to the top to the run here of Matty Scroby. Nurses the ball up to the line, that's Champagne for, Carter, can he hold it? Coughs it up at the last minute, looks for support, goes backwards, he's got a couple of Tigers. They cough it up, comedy of errors there as Riley tells the don't argue, gets out. A trouble the boy from Middlewarra, then a little left foot dinky kick across towards Jenkin. He's wrapped up, can he get away from Benson? No, he goes to ground.
High tackle.
Hopton infringed on him, so Timmy Jenkin will get the resultant free kick for too high. I think Goldie right on the edge of the centre square.
Yep, bit of push and shove afterwards against Phil. Kick towards the half-forward line, finds Matty Fuller. He's a thumping kick. What's he going to do here? He's got some players leading for him.
He'll go to Skinner, I reckon. No, he won't. Not now.
One of them was Jack Maxwell. He goes to the short, low pass to Cooper
Oh!
Luke. Drop the... Scrope.
Oh,
Snap!
Cooper
Here's a
Luke.
chance for Cooper Luke. Snaps it. The goal! And it's gone through for a minor score. So Tigers go to 3-4. Blackwood 4-1. And we've gone 12 minutes in the second term.
Just a few little mistakes here from the Tigers under the pressure from the Woods. Out here with Carter and then
So
marking attempts here.
kick in by Samuel Venning.
Where's he going to go,
Congested
boys?
area. Hard to move the ball through. He goes to Matt Tuck. He goes towards Venning, trying to run it through the middle of the ground. Is Blackwood. It's not going to come off, and it's taken here by Maxwell. He goes long, strong into the pocket. Who's down there? Well, Braden Fisher's down there, and it's gone off hands out of bounds just near the barbecue area.
Once again, the big golden fist of Nathan Dunn getting involved there. Said one of the most consistent defenders in the league. He's had a great season for the Woods. So the throw-in will take place around from the barbecue chicken. They said it must have stopped cooking. There's no smoke.
Yeah, there's no smoke, boys.
No smoke, no fire, as they say, Rob. So, throw in. Ruck work done by Carter. Ball one down there, trying to bustle his way through there.
Warbout,
Big
is it?
Warbert at ground level. Ball comes back out the back door.
Oh.
Tackle there. No, umpire letting it flow. Bennett's getting involved over the top. And finally, the umpire will come in and ball it up. So, pretty good game of footy here at the moment. A call to old. Trust you enjoying our live stream and also the call on Lofty 88.9. 3-3 plays 4-1. Ball comes out the back here, trying to burst his way through is Benson. Got about 3 Tigers hanging off him. And the umpire said, my ball.
13 minutes gone. Second quarter action. Big contest. It's second versus fourth on the ladder. Lobethal 9 wins, 4 losses. Blackwood 7 wins and 6 losses. Plenty to play for. Lovely
by
work.
Tuck.
Finds Phil
Yeah,
Hopton.
Tuck.
It's working well. Got it from Matty Tuck. As Pistol said. Gets it to Benson. Here's that run. Goes to Fairman. Long inside 50 taken by Luke Nitschke. Not quite the penetration on the kick he was looking for. Taken here by Luke Nitschke. Good to see him back in the lineup. Think he had a hamstring injury. Kick in the middle of the ground. They're opening up here. Cooper Skinner turns around, gets it on quickly onto the right
Jack.
boot, opens it up to the little man Jack Bampton. Took a great mark in the first quarter. Low ball. Great pick up by Carter. What will he do here? He snaps it for goal on the left. Harry Viney out towards the boundary line. Is that last touch?
Yep.
Yes,
Last
it is.
touch.
And it'll go to Venning.
So
Well done.
Venning nurses it straight across the line here, finds Hayden Kenny. Puts it
Ooh.
further.
Oh, there's another!
Jackie Burton, he's after it. Jumping Jack. Little man picks himself up and just quickly moves on to
Carter.
Carter.
Sensational.
Jackie Burton, he's doing it both ends of the ground.
Jumping Jack.
So Carter, who's kicked 2 goals, the only 2 goals of this term so far for the Tigers. 3-3 to 4-1 and getting a little bit,
Chilly?
am I right to say, a little bit precipitation out there, Robbie Shield?
Not raining yet, but the
Said
breeze.
it was a 24% chance.
I
the
tell you what, it's
breeze-
either going to be rain or snow, Rob.
Yeah.
So Carter,
It's too cold to rain, Pistols.
already 2 from his previous 2 shots. You'd back him in with confidence. Unfortunately, he's let me down. It's drifted across. So the Tigers marginally move closer. 3-4 plays 4-1. 14 and a half minutes gone here. Term 2, round 16. Hills Football League action on the call. The Wild Trust you enjoying worldwide coverage brought to you by Chris Shaw Accounting and Mortgage Choice.
Yes. Bampton on the mark. He's
That's
giving away 50
50.
just for a little bit. Oh, hang on. Is that a double?
Give him
Little
another.
man, he's,
We haven't seen 100 for a while, boys.
all right, here we go.
Who's got the ball?
Is that a 100-metre?
Oh, crikey. I'll buy real estate off him.
Perhaps that day down at Chunga, which featured Blackwood also. in that
Bennett goes to the short pass. Finds Jordan Cock.
the young fella.
They're calling for it long. Good work. Gave himself plenty of room to kick it forward.
At the
Over
back.
the back.
T.
Here's a chance for T. Oh, lovely tackle.
Great tackle.
Is that holding the ball?
El-
He's held him up anyway.
Ellsworthy
Lovely
was
work.
off to the races, as you'd say, Goldie, but great tackle applied by Matty T. Does it all, kicks goals and then does the 100%ers, so held it in well. So here's a chance. Ball brought down here, busted his way through. Fuller gave it back to Ellsworthy and eventually gets out towards Scroby by the behind post. He slips over, obviously, in that greasy pocket, given the wet weather we've had, so out over the boundary line. So dangerously here for the Blackwood
Good
forwards.
pressure by Blackwood then, boys. The
Yep.
forwards keeping the ball in the area.
Absolutely. So the academy boy pitches it back in. Hopton doing the ruck work, got it down in front. Bursting his way through
Fuller?
is Riley,
Oh.
typical fashion, the boy from Illawarra.
Oh.
Bets 3
Oh,
or 4,
brilliant.
gets it back there. Voigt, in turn gets it Ellsworthy.
Oh, shocker!
Sprays a Barry the barrel off the side, out over the boundary line. And
Oh,
Full credit
kick
to the
taken here by,
full credit to
That's good
Blackwood's
pressure.
forward line. Great,
Good pressure.
great
so
pressure.
Patrick Hillard, of course, the former Woodville West Torrens under 18 premiership
Just a bit of
player.
a wedge shot here, Rob, onto the green.
yeah, put it top of the square.
So Hillard, he'll straighten it to
There
the
we go.
corridor. He's given it every chance. Hopton's the target. Was he held? Ball comes to ground.
There we go!
Cock reads it well.
Oh.
Bouncing ball.
Oh.
Then he follows up, but out over the boundary line over the other side.
No, hit the. Or did it hit the? Hit
Last
the goal.
touch.
I think it
Hit
just-
the behind post.
I'm not sure the players are in the way, but obviously last touch. So
Cooper Skinner.
Skinner relieving the pressure, puts it out towards the big man in Voigt, stretches the frame and takes a mark on the half-back flank in opposition to Patrick Hillard.
So he goes inboard, finds Ellsworthy. He goes to running Cooper Luke. He goes to Nitschke.
Oh.
Back. Oh,
Turnover.
not the best handball. Goes to
Got it
Nitschke.
back.
Tried to butter it up. Great
Oh.
game tackling there from the Woods. Of course, the Tigers as a group haven't played consistently as a team
Yeah.
throughout the whole year. So a lot of these players coming back for their first run over the last couple of weeks. So let's see if they can start to click, because at the moment, just having a few skill errors, just linking up.
Yeah, she said Fisher first game since round one. Nitschke's missed a lot. Ellsworthy on his second game, so you're quite right, Goldie. As his spawn, getting the ball there from Hodge, cricket pitch area, the vice captain.
Oh.
Another one back in the game of football after a long break. His kick was smothered, comes to Luke, gives it to Riley, steps around Benson. Oh, he's run down there. Finally gets across to the coach Fuller.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh, behind
Behind
the play.
play.
Bit of, push
Spawn,
and shove.
Spawn versus Riley.
Yeah, out towards the members' pavilion side. Ball goes to ground. 2 on the 1 there. Ball held in there. But, yeah, she's certainly heating up here everywhere except with the temperature, I think, Rob. But physical battle out there, that's for sure. Important game.
More than welcome to join us, Rob.
So 4-1 plays 3-5. 17 and a half minutes.
Oh,
gone,
well
second
done.
term.
Great tap.
Ah, well done there, getting a clearing kick away.
Oh,
And a
Nice
mark
work,
taken
Cock.
there by
Little
young Jordan
Cox.
Cock.
Little cock.
So Cock right in front of the Lobethal coaching box.
I had to say that, boys. Sorry. Amuse
So
myself.
Cock bobs up everywhere, puts it forward.
Oh, mark
tell
of
you
the
what,
day.
The tractor.
That and Bampton's.
Yep. Great grab.
Great mark.
Great mark by Voigt.
No, Voigt.
Yep. 2 long sleeves out there this afternoon. So Voigt goes backwards across to Cooper Skinner, his fellow big man. He's got Elliott where he goes to. So Jamie Elliott with the ball.
Just starting to sink a few
Messes-
things together here, the
Messes
Tigers.
to the run of Luke. Puts up the line, this time to the other long
Yep.
sleeve in Timmy Jenkins, just short of the cricket pitch.
It's Jenkin.
Going out the
Just
side.
starting to work out who's on the same team. Finding that cohesion that got him into the grand final last year with the majority of the players on the ground here. Here's Elliott. Goes with a low pass, finds Ellsworthy. Not the best kick, puts him under the pump, has to use the left.
Nice
goes
kick.
to Giorgio, the squid. Kind of a bit of circle work at the moment. He goes towards Auric, is it?
Yep. Ulrich, yep.
So, he's got some tall timber down there. He's got Dorr, Carter and Fisher. He goes to the shorter option and finds Cooper Luke, who goes back to Auric. He goes to the handball, bit scrappy. Giorgio, high ball, inside 50. Viney, Benson wanted it more and it hasn't come off.
Yeah, typical Daniel Benson there, just courage and committed his body in a good relieving intercept mark. So Daniel Benson, half back area, puts it out here towards Oscar Hodge. The cavalry rides and
Oh!
Giorgio makes him earn it. And Hodge, yes, has a bit of a word to say.
Oh, that would have hurt.
That would have hurt too, the young man.
Oh, I felt that.
First year senior football against a man who's played AFL football. But Oscar Hodge
He let him know too, boys.
The recipient here, so
He let him know.
he'll take his kick from just about inside the forward 50 arc for the Woods. So Hodge, he's got to run on there if he needs him in Venning. But Hodge, he's got a lead here from Hopton.
Great.
Phil put up the big dukes.
How's about the kick?
A great kick and a great mark under pressure there from Stafford. But Phil Hopton, as I said, standing up here, one of the senior players in this team.
Well, he's got to.
So
He's got to if the Woods are going to push deep into September.
14 goals for the season, Phil. So if he can nail this one, he'll certainly give him a good shake at winning a vital game. They lead 4-1 to 3-5 at the moment, so pretty tight contest here as 20 minutes ticked over in this second term. So Phil Hopton, they'll kick from about 45 metres towards the Tweedvale end, Goldie, on a...
Of course, the Woods have got fond memories of this ground. They won the grand final here in 2017. The number on the back of Phil's jersey here.
Here he
He's
goes.
kicked it into the man on the mark. Is that touched?
Yeah, I think it was, Goldie.
I
think you're right.
Anyway. Yeah, of course, they beat Harndorf. Last time to beat Harndorf in the grand final, 2017 on this ground. Last kick of the game, that one.
So Coach Fuller nurses up the line to another former Nord player in Lukey Nitschke. As Goldie said, good to see him back after a few hamstring issues, the veteran. So he'll go backwards. Finds Elliott, and in turn gets it out wide to a teammate out there.
Squid.
Yeah, and Giorgio in the distance. That's the backdrop of
Brady Dorr just casually working his way across the ground here.
So Giorgio at the wing area. Big pack there, taken off hands, right by the interchange area. Looks like it might have been walked over the line. No, just inside the line, so the umpire will come in and board up. That's a very close line, which he does.
22-minute mark.
Zevenboom getting involved. Hacked forward there for Blackwood. Bouncing ball. Cocker
Last
pursuit,
touch.
but last touch be paid to the water boy. No, he hands it back to Fuller, I think it is. So Matty Fuller, the playing coach of the Tigers, to launch another attack for his side. He'll come across the ground. Picks out Stafford as Phil Hopton arrives to guard the mark. Stafford runs on with that distinctive mullet,
Bampton.
puts up the little Jackie Bampton, takes
great.
the mark at ground level, gave it off to the track to Timmy Jick, and here they go inside.
Well
Well
done.
getting across is Nathan Dunn, as I said, as he's done all season, takes a very good intercept mark.
Hillard.
Working well. Here we go.
Hillard.
Taken here by Hillard. It's certainly game on now. Both sides are starting to find their chemistry after a couple of weeks on the sidelines. A little bit of an interrupted last month with one game of football played in that period since the country carnival.
Zach Venning.
Low ball. There we go. Now we're finding some lovely kicking. Lovely low pass.
Matty T with the ball.
Taken here by T. So Matty T, kick inside 50, Dykesman front position.
Here we go.
Here's a chance diving in on it was Cock, and it's going to be held up inside 50 here for the Woods. They lead 4-2. Lobethal 3 goals 5. Couple of goals to Carter in this quarter, and Johnson with a ripper to start us in this second term as we head towards half-time. Pistols, 24 minutes gone.
So Yalbert down the woods, and here's a bit of don't argue stuff from Timmy Jenkins.
Holding the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say he's lucky. He had to fend off to the throat and...
Trying to get rid of the ball,
Yeah.
Only had the one hand free, so he couldn't handle it. So
Dykesman, is
good
it?
call. No, it's going to be Matty Tuck. Gets up with a little bit of a
Young
hobble.
fella.
So Matty Tuck, the reigning male medalist, of course. Premiership player, as you said, for the Blackwood Football Club. And as we talk about Blackwood heroes,
half-time.
we've got three of the great men here, Nick McCarthy, Dave Richardson and Damien Venning.
Might have a chat of him half-time.
We might, yes. So here it is, Matty Tuck. What's he done for this season? Goldie, not a major goal kicker. In fact, hasn't kicked over 5, so chance to boost his own tally.
This is a big kick.
Point.
Well, it's-
Once again, similar
No,
to Phil Hopton, he's pulled it. So through
They've
from
had
1-2.
opportunities this quarter, boys.
So 1-2 to Blackwood and 2-2 has been the tally to Lobethal this quarter. So we have 4-3 plays 3-5. So a very good game of football here on the Call of the Wild. As we said, very important for both sides, Lobethal and more particularly for Blackwood. So Fuller kicking duties on that left foot, puts it out here to Scroby. Oh, intercepted by his own teammate there. Elliott, they're mucking around with it a little bit here, the Tigers. And held in there, so that should have been a pretty decisive clearance, I think.
Yeah, not
Ben.
very often you see the tractor drop a ball like that.
Elliott, I think it was, actually. So here we go. Ball comes down here. His tuck again around the corner. Flying high there. One grab, two grabs stolen there
Oh,
Oh,
that's
good
lucky.
tackle.
by Spawn. He's got a clear vision across here to young Banich. Ball won't sit for him going to ground level as Giorgio got out to Nitsky. High kick, clearing kick attempt. Bouncing ball intercepted well
well
by
done,
Hayden
Ken.
Kenny. Kenny picks up very nicely and delivers it to his skipper in Dykesman.
Just heading towards quarter time. 26 minutes the last quarter. We're at bang on 26 now. Dykesman, Warbett over the
No,
top
over
of
the
him,
mark.
running into an open
Johnson,
goal.
Johnson!
Oh, he's
It's
socking
got
it through.
Oh, Johnson.
Just managed to get his toe to
To
it, I
goal.
think. Wait on the goal umpire. It's all clear. That's the crucial goal as we head towards half time. Blackwood go to 5-3. Lobethal 3 goals 5. And the Woods having the answers.
Yep.
Nathan Johnson, third for the game. Second
Evan.
for the Evan Johnson, sorry. Wrong
Just
game.
read it
Wrong
off
Johnson.
the back of the pack, boys.
Yeah, and they said the boy from Gippsland originally in his second year with the Woods, he certainly produced a good past premiership player at Sale City. And wow, 2 spectacular goals in this term. And as Goldie said, giving the Woods a little breathing space, 5-3 to 3-5. So the reverse on the scoreboard once again, as it was earlier in the game. So back in the centre, Zevenburn, the high leap.
Oh, O'Reilly.
Next door, the peg dog just shrugs him forward. And
Oh.
that's the last play of what's been an exciting first half here. And the game well balanced here. 5-3 playing at 3-5. Pistol, Rob. So we might get a quick word here if we can.
Just a quick one? Both of you. J3. Hang on. J3.
So as we're here at half time, we'll just get a quick chat. We just mentioned a couple of legends, although we do use that word loosely, from the Blackwood Football Club here. Dave Richardson and Nick McCarthy. Welcome, boys. Good to see you.
Cheers, Pistols. How you going, mate?
Cheers, mate.
Excellent. Just how you see the game at the moment?
Pretty good. The boys are up and about, that's for sure. Good start. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Evan Johnson, so an excitement machine there, Nick. Two of the goals he's kicked are brilliant.
Yeah, he's a great running machine, forward running machine. So he's very good for the club. New from Sale, so he's doing
Yeah.
really well for us.
Absolutely. Now, just while you're here, Nick, it's good that you've come because we have had David on in the past. He always reminisces about the 1991 Premiership. Now he's the best player on the ground. And perhaps thoughts are that you might have had some hand in it.
Me? Oh, because he takes the votes from me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty consistent, yeah. Been consistent through all my whole career. Keeps take.
Never give. But,
No, he was very, very good on that day. Very, very good.
yeah. Now, since you boys, obviously with your playing days, but you've been pretty heavily involved, I know, both in the coaching role at the club. Just take us through that.
Yeah, just 3 years. Last 3 years was involved with the footy club.
Yeah.
So came back. I was at South for a period of time, so now just come back and then not on anymore. Just giving it up. So
Yeah.
the new coach can take over, have a full new crew. So
Do you enjoy that? Just coming to football and being able to sit and watch your boys go around? And
it's different. It's
Yeah.
different. So yeah, I miss that.
you get the
sort
itchy
of-
feet, mate?
Oh, I do miss the coaching, the
Yeah.
day coaching on the day, but
Yeah.
you know the wet weather sort of changes it for the training.
Yeah, but I suppose if you ever get sick of the thoughts of footy, you know, not having him, the man here will be able to tell you about himself.
Oh,
Richo?
Nick's a very good golfer, so he looks forward to Sundays more now, don't you?
Oh yeah, that's footy's still my favourite thing.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, and the Woods, have you seen this season, guys?
Well, it's the wet weather now, so we were very good. We're a fast running machine, but
Really?
yeah, but this time of the year it sort of tackles us a little bit.
Is this through the Nick? Is this through the genes of the club? Because I know I was talking to Rico about this previously, like venturing to some place in August, like Bridgewater Oval back in your day. Was it even that was the case then? Not liking the wet weather?
Well,
or?
we talk about this a bit, that
Yeah.
we reckon since we stopped playing, they don't know how to play weather footy, do
Yeah.
they?
True, but it's a different era.
It is.
Different era.
It is.
Different times.
It is, but
The ovals are bigger now.
And probably better.
hey, we talk about and also quickly the the youth that comes through, and one of the football, every time we see him, I reckon he's fantastic. Young Oscar Hodge, and you look at young Matty T, obviously Lockie Banish, these sort of guys, and of course your old mate Diva, his lad, he's certainly cutting the mustard pretty well at senior level.
Yeah, no, it's really good because we're promoting a lot of the kids now. So
Well, Blackwood have always had that really good junior system, haven't they?
yeah, and we just haven't had enough come through. So now we're starting to see some guys come through and getting opportunities too, which is really good for us as a club.
I
for our
think
future.
I think what's happening is the guys are going down to the sample clubs, getting their chewing the teeth there, but then they do come back, which is great. Rather than go off to another club, they'll actually come back to us and play there because they love it.
Obviously, the hopes of a top 3 finish with a double chance, and I suppose it's in your hand, as I said, well positioned at the moment, 5-3 to 3-5 with the lead. Then you come home with a Chunga at home, and then you finish off against the Raiders. So it's falling into place for Blackwood if they're good enough, boys.
Yeah, I think today's a bit of a key for us. If we can get over today, then that sort of creates that gap again within the 5.
Yeah, and certainly, well, the approach they've come out the way they've started.
Yep, it's brilliant.
Very
and
good,
I think today's been the weather, like coming through the hills to get here was pretty damp, but coming out here,
Oh, that would have turned you blokes off, wouldn't it?
Oh no, not me. But anyway, I thought
the Verdon and it's foggy. Oh, we better go back to Windy Hill.
Correct. But no, I reckon today's conditions are fantastic, which will suit us for sure.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, boys, we know you want to get across to the other side. Perhaps get something inside that might warm you up. So thank you very much, boys, and
good on you, Pistols.
all the best for the rest of the year.
And it's Macca's shout.
Yeah, that'll be the day. Good on you. Thanks very much.
Thanks, fellas.
Nick McCarthy and Dave Richardson there having a chat to us, which we very much appreciate. As we'll now we'll go down to Jaden and Indy for the reviews of the stats.
Cheers. Thank you, Pistols. So 67 kicks for 67 kicks for Lobie in that quarter. So well done to them. And also, it was Lobie's second lowest quarter score at home this year. So well done to Blackwood for keeping in that score as well. And Blackwood had 41 kicks in that quarter as well. So it's an even contest at the moment. Indy, your take on the game, mate?
Oh, Lobethal was certainly up and early that quarter. They got the first 3 centre clearances, only conceded the last one of that term, but unfortunately they ran out of steam, particularly when it came to the inside 50s. Ended up losing the count 9-12 in that quarter, taking the game total up to 20 compared to 22. So there's not too much of a difference statistically. And once again, Lobethal are very much in this game, but didn't quite consolidate from the opportunities they made for themselves in that quarter. On top of that, their hit-out advantage was more so a disadvantage in that quarter as well, taking the game total to 18-22. So that's in favour of Blackwood. At the moment, to me, it just seems like Lobethal need to be a little bit sharper from those stoppages because they can get first ball use, but it's about being clean. Blackwood have been punishing from the defensive half, and they've certainly enjoyed doing so. I feel like they'll have to be a bit cleaner out of the opportunities they create. But otherwise, a very tight game, and Lobethal are still statistically in it, and therefore quite literally in it.
And also, it's actually the first time for this year that both sides have had the same score as each other in the second quarter. So both teams had a score of 14 in that quarter. It's the first time this year that both teams have had the same score as each other in the second quarter. And so that 67 kicks for Lobethal was actually the highest by any team this year that we've had in the second quarter. So, and also just some other stats. So there was 40 tackles to 36 in favour of Blackwood, and the handball encounter was 18-9. And Blackwood have only had 15 handballs for the game so far, and most teams have 15 handballs in the quarter. So you can see what style of play that Blackwood are trying to play this game. Pistols, back to you.
Thank you very much there to Jaden, Jay Hill and Indy for their half-time stats. So we might take a little bit of a break now before the sides come back on the ground, where it's 5-3 to 3-5 in favour of Blackwood. But before we do, we might just go around the grounds. Country Division, Mackie 4-4 leading Kangaroo 3-7, so a pretty tight game down there. And in the other Division 1 games, Harndorf 3-9 are leading Mount Lofty 3-1. Nan 6-3, Uraida Districts 4-3, so a pretty good game over the Cabbage Patch. And Onka Valley 13-7 are leading Mount Barker 2 goal 5. So it looks like the Bulldogs there on their way to a pretty significant win. So there we have it at this stage, and we'll take a short break and we'll be back with more Call of the Wild shortly.
G'day, this is Tony Modra, and there is always plenty of top marks with the coverage of Hills community football here on HFL Media.
Hi, it's Chris Gowans here, SANFL Hall of Fame member, and you're listening to the Vibe of the Hills Footy on HFL Media.
Hillsfooty.com, powered by HFL Media and Lofty, radio with altitude.
Hi folks, it's Graham Corn speaking, and you're taking in the best of Adelaide Hills community footy right here on HFL Media.
You are indeed on HFL Match of the Day, Call of the Wild. Trust you're enjoying our coverage on our live stream and also through 88.9 FM Lofty. Pretty good game here at the moment. Half time, it's Blackwood Football Club 5-3 leading Lobethal 3-5. And as I said, if we go around the grounds, half-time scores brought to you by Chris Shaw Accounting and Mortgage Choice. In Division 1, we have Harndorf 3-9 leading Mount Lofty 3-1. Nan Bremer United 6-3 leading Uraida Districts 4-3. Onka Valley 13-7 continuing a bit of a lacklustre season for Mount Barker on 2-5. And in Country Division, Mackie 4-4 lead Kangarilla 3-7. Just a couple other scores coming through as we update. Kersbrook 7-6 lead Meadows 3-5. And the other score we can give you is Gumaraka 10-5, well in front of Torrens Valley 2-2. So there we have a bit of a wrap-up of this afternoon as Hills football resumes, of course, after the lockdown, the community sport lockdown. So some pretty important games, bearing in mind with the shortage of the season. Lost 2 rounds. So, Robbie Sherwood, some important results.
Yeah, good comeback by Lofty. Only, 7 points down now at half-time?
So. Yeah, 3-9 to 3-1.
To 3-1, yeah.
But perhaps a bit lucky that Hahndorf...
They had 2-8
inaccurate.
I think they had 2-8 at quarter time, didn't they?
Yeah, 2-8 played 1 goal. So, yeah. Anyway, so pretty interesting game stage here at the moment, that's for sure, as both sides just having a little bit of a final chat about how they're going to approach the second half here. But certainly, as we spoke to the Blackwood boys there, and Rico and Nick McCarthy, certainly Blackwood certainly come to play today, and they need to, with, as I said, the closest to the competition.
Yeah, they're just they've been running the ball really well, haven't they? They're a quick young side, so if they can maintain that for the next 2 quarters.
So bearing in mind they led by 10 points at quarter time, for all their endeavours, nothing's changed. It's still a 10-point margin. So 5-3-33 to 3-5-23 as we get ready for the start here of this second half of this game here from Thomas Foods International here in Lobethal. So all set here in the quarter world. Umpire rule holds the ball off and we're away. 10-point ball game is in favour of Blackwood. Ruck one down there by Zevenboom. Ball comes out here. Tuck with the first kick of the second half. It's a high one.
Oh, great grab.
Niski taking a very good grab. It's called by Rob Sherwood. Quickly gets the handball on the Scroby. Oh, he tried to get it on the Jenkins, but fluffed the handball, intercepted by Cock for Blackwood. Ball held in there. So once again, just those couple of little errors hindering Lobethal. So umpire rule recommence play. Said 5-3 plays 3-5. Ruck duel. Voigt got it down. Here's Riley. Tries to shrug his way clear.
Oh.
Ball comes out here to Scrooby this time.
Yep.
Once again having trouble with his disposal.
Great
this time
tackle.
He's called for a throw. So ball comes out here to Benson. Nurses the ball forward and finds Spawn. So Blackwood right on the money again. The resumption of play of the second half. Gets it forward to Johnson. He can do anything, boy. As he runs around, can he bend this one back for something special once again? No. Out over the line by the scoreboard. So resulting free kick.
Cooper Skinner.
The Tigers. In defence there. So the ball taken there.
Yep, Skinner.
Kicked in by Skinner. Up there, off hand. Taken in once again by Blackwood. Get the ball backwards to Tuck. Tuck goes long. Here's a chance for
kick.
Dykesman. He's picked him out right in front of the chicken barbecue. And the skipper, waste no time, runs around. Why not? He's already kicked 2. Heads on. Oh, he's hit the post here. So within the first 90 seconds, once again, Blackwood are on the board. This time a minor score, bearing in mind they kicked a goal in each of the preceding 2 quarters in the first 90 seconds. So Giorgio brings the ball back there, finds Timmy Jenkins, the association representative captain. Takes the mark in the cricket net pocket in front of the new pavilion, Lions Club pavilion. He goes backwards towards Giorgio, so really that passage of play has gained nothing there. Benny Goldfinch as far as movement.
Yep.
Is he dropped it.
Blew his whistle early there.
Sometimes
you just do a ball up.
And he's given him 50.
That's an anticipation mark.
You're joking.
Yeah, I'd like to look that one on what's your decision
All
during
right.
the week.
So Stafford just in front of us here. We'll give him an opportunity. 5-4 Blackwood, Lobethal 3-5. Stafford goes long, strong, half forward line. Door, good point, punch there by Bennett. Blackwood's defence on top, restricting the second side in the comp to only 3 goals in the opening half. And they lead 5-4, Lobethal 3 goals, 5. Goal kickers in the opening half. Dykesman kicked 2. Johnson kicked 2. In fact, 3. And for the Lobethal Carter kicked 2 and Bampton as well. So looking for a little bit more from the forwards here to Tigers as we start the third term. Jenkins just managed to get a bit of a kick away. Here's Oscar Hodge, flicked it onto Benson, went one way then the other. Wheels onto his left boot, kicks it towards the wing. Stafford backing back, almost took the overhead mark
high
and
tackle.
then dumps the Fairman into the ground. So Jackson Fairman will get the free kick just from around us here in the Dreammaker. We've gone 4 minutes in the third term. Blackwood 5-4, Lobethal 3-5. Squidder's got his eyes on it. Giorgio brings it to ground level. Cock came off his knee and it's gone ball up situation just in front of us here.
I tell you what, boys, it's a really important game, and I'm impressed by the way what they've brought to the table, Blackwood, because they've only won one of their last 3 games. They lost to Lofty their last game that they played. They narrowly beat Nan in a game that perhaps Nan should have won, and they got beaten by Mount Barker. So Blackwood under the microscope here, but they're certainly standing up pretty well against one of the, favoured teams in the competition. So Cooper Skinner with the ball, half-back flank area as the Tigers go towards the town end of...
A lot of pointing out here from the Tigers.
Yep, ball comes back out here. Looks like in the distance it might be Elliott,
slowed it down.
They're all pointing at someone here.
So Elliott goes backwards. He'll come back.
Okay, they're open
Skinner.
here on the
Skinner's
wing.
got the mullet man in Stafford. Loose
goodness
Tries to get around. He's
gracious.
run himself into trouble. He's good enough to get it out. Then Nurses
Now they're
on.
on. He's got to turn around. He's got Tim Jenkins all by himself.
Voigt's got the tractor. It's called by Benny Goldfinch out here. Taken by Timmy Jenkins. Nurses one underground style. Trying to get it past his opponent. Well trapped by Dunn. Got it back to a teammate there in Kenny. Who's kicked the touch, has he?
Last touch.
Yeah,
just online.
Just the Tigers forward line be scratching their head with frustration with the delivery.
So Timmy Jenkins now. Let's go what he said. Opportunity once again to more positive.
Oh, the free kick Blackwood's way. Yeah.
Yep.
That
Blackwood player.
I think that frustration just boiling over there.
Might have been Zevenboom.
Yep.
Perhaps Brady Dorr involved there. So the resultant thing is Timmy Jenkins has to return the ball back here to Evan Johnson. So Johnson for the Woods. Nurses at forward. Finds Matt Tuck, the male medalist. He's been pretty busy on the left foot, puts it out wide there. Well, trapped here, this chance here for Badco, is it? Overruns the ball, goes to ground. Nitsky in opposition for the Tigers, holds the ball in. So 5.5 minutes gone. A real tight period as they call it the Premiership quarter, Goldie. Just the one behind race since half-time by Blackwood.
Nitsky wins it out to Timmy Jenkins. Just not quite on song today, the Tigers, at the moment anyway. Matty Tuck, Blackwood on the other hand. But the Tigers can flick a switch. Here's Cooper Skinny, kicks the ball long, strong, inside 50. Bampton's at the back here. Doesn't go to him because good defence here. Braden Fisher does the crumbing. That's what they were after in the first quarter, is some crumbing.
Well done.
Great work. Last line of defence, mopped up there by Zach Venning. He goes out towards a teammate in Hillard. Once again, Blackwood's defence just a little too easy.
A little cock.
And finds there by Cock. He takes the mark. Half back line just near Blackwood's interchange bench area. And it's gone out of bounds.
So right in front of the home of the Tigers banner with the Tigers faithful there. And no doubt they'd just be a little bit worried here because Blackwood's certainly taking up to their side here this afternoon, the favoured Tigers.
Yeah, if they can get another goal or two, boys.
So Zevenborn, Voigt. Zevenborn got it down. It's taken away there by Cooper Luke. He's infringed. Managed to get a free handball. Taken here by Hilliard. Talented youngster. Runs along the boundary line and nurses it forward. River Moore there, but chipping in, taking the mark is Giorgio. Alex Giorgio, plenty of experience, gets across to Elliott. Elliott in turn will get it back to the run of Ellsworthy. Doubles back to Elliott. Sweeping handball back to Giorgio. So the three of them waxing the ball there. Chips up the line, taken by Stafford.
They want to use this outer side, the Tigers.
Benson.
Chopped off. Put this one down for a goal. Spawn running in. And he's missed it.
Daniel Benson, great commitment there once again. And, they could have really made it.
They had a few more options too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thought Spawn could have handballed to G there.
So 5 to 3, 5. So 2 straight goals.
5-5, I reckon they'll go to.
Yeah, 5-5, yep, the 3-5. So two straight kicks in favour of the Woods. So here's Fuller, the coach, showing leadership in the back half. Puts it out wide, and Giorgio takes a good contested mark right in front of the canteen. Puts it up the line. Kenny there, also coming to ground level. play on, says the umpire.
Ah, well done.
In the
I
back.
think it was Fisher involved there, so once again the ball comes back. Free kick, sorry, it might be Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell, I think
Sorry,
you're right,
Jack
Pistols.
Maxwell in the distance there. I say it's getting a little bit lighter, which Robbie Shield will be pretty happy. Means it might be getting a little bit warmer. It's probably about 7 degrees. As the ball's nursed up there, big leap from behind by Zevenboom. Gets the fist of the ball. He's Hilliard. He's tackled well by Fisher. And the umpire will come in and is it a
Throw it in. Throw in, I reckon,
Right
Pistols.
in front of the Blackwood coaching group.
They'll be happy at the moment. Blackwood 5-5, Lobethal 3-5. Boundary throw in just outside the 50 for the Woods, kicking towards the entry gate end in this. Towards the scoreboard end in this third term. Oscar Hodge works his way out of a tight confines, finds Spawn, who's thrown to the boundary line just near Blackwood's interchange bench. So boundary umpire will throw it in. Woods leading by 2 goals. Just outside 50 for the Tigers. Voigt won it down. Finds Riley. Set upon
tackle.
immediately in a tackle there by Benson.
Holding
I
the
think
ball.
it was. And it'll be a free kick for the Woods half-back line. Let's see what they can do here. They've got some players out here. One of them, Zach Venning, goes in that direction, half-back flying. That's confidence. It's come off. Opens up this side of the ground. That's confidence as well. He's done a snap out towards the boundary line. Finds Bennett's. Bennett's works the wing nicely up towards Johnson. Just lucky not there. Could have been bring it on, but he doesn't. Switches inboard. Off we go. Here's a chance for Venning. Zach kick inside 50. One-on-one contest.
Here we
hits the
go.
deck. Here's Jackson Fairman. There's the crumbing options, and there's sensational confident play from the Woods. Opening up this side of the ground, snapping around the corners. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, just good running footy, boys, wasn't it? The long kick went in. And
a lot of confidence in that play.
Young Fairman just read it off the pack really well, didn't he?
Just a lucky deflection there too, and as you said, Robbie, he sees the opportunity. The youngster.
Right spot, right time, Pistols.
So his 7th goal for the season. The young man has had a pretty good debut in senior ranks this year. The young fella, along with Hodge, T, Banich, as we said, they got some very good young talent. Young Zach Venning over at Blackwood, as the boys said at half time. So back in the centre, Tigers need to respond here. Resting off in the ruck duel. Ball comes down there. Trapped by Tuck. Once again, Benson in there. Sorry, not Benson. Blackwood teammate there in Spawn.
Respawn, yep.
More tats than Benson. Benson involved this time. Ball comes out there, fed out there by Fuller. Gives it to the run of Voigt. The big man drives it forward. Here's a chance for Carter.
well read.
Well read there by Hodge.
That's
Gives
the
it back
difference.
to
That's the
Dunn.
difference. That's
Gives
the
it back to
difference.
Sam Venning. Nurses it across here. Taken by Zach Venning. The Venning boys dominating up back. Ball comes out wide here to find Spawn.
It's just too easy off the
Handballs
half-back
onto
line.
the run there of Tuck. I think it is. Drives it forward looking for Rivermore.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Can he put a ball set for him? Tigers under pressure. Ball spins out here. Hooked around the corner by
great vision.
Hopton. And he finds the man who kicked the last goal. That boy who kicked
Young
the last
Fairman.
goal in
Young Fairman.
Kicking
Jackson
forward
Fairman.
there, they just didn't have any crummers, and then Blackwood just once again off the half-back line, using it beautifully.
Almost coast to coast. Venning get involved. Dunn again setting up with a good sweeping handball. And it said ended in the hands of Jackson Fairman. So the chance kick his 2nd goal within 90 seconds here, Goldie. It's the young man 7 on the board, and with his last kick he got a goal, so he should be reasonably confident here.
Yep.
What did he be? 35 metres, boys? Probably.
Yep.
Fairman kicking for goal. Gives it a good hoik. And it's taken there by Giorgio. So just the forward entry for the Tigers today hasn't been the best. They've got the big tall timber down there, but Blackwood's half-back line working it out a little too easy and coast to coast on that occasion. Giorgio, high ball out of defence. Good mark there by Kenny. Just wanted it. And he'll kick the ball back inside 50. He's got Spawn on here. Doesn't go with that one. He might go deeper. Oh, no, good smother. Taken there by Fisher. He's down this end of the ground. Door.
Johnson.
Cheers, Devon Johnson has a flying ping at goal. Floating across the pack. Taken there by Cooper Skinner. Just trying to slow things down here to Tigers. Get it back in on the... Oh, is that 50? No. Good acting. Henry Voigt takes the mark. 6-5, 3-5, 3 goals to margin. All the big forwards down this end of the ground for the Tigers as they try and just string some play together. Stafford out towards Giorgio. Out he goes, half-back line. He'll work the wing area here with a low kick or high kick, strong kick out towards Bampton, who's presenting. Taken by Bennett. against Fisher. Paddles along the boundary line. Kenny trying to sock it off the ground was Viney. He's under pressure from Blackwood players. Bampton got it out. Here's Scroby. Managed to get a kick away, but there's Blackwood's pressure once again, forcing an error, and it's going to be Blackwood's free kick.
Yeah, good call, Goldie. It's just that relentless pressure that brought this afternoon the Blackwood Football Club. So, they said lead...
Benson with the ball, boys.
Tigers have won 3 of the last 4 meetings, but Blackwood certainly looking to balance that again this afternoon. So here's once again the young excitement machine, Jackson Fairman. What's on offer? Thought about kicking there. We'll come across to Hayden Kenny, right in the King outer wing broadcast area here for the call of the Wild. Dreammaker, trust you're enjoying our coverage, brought to you by Chris Shaw Accounting and Mortgage Choice. Long kick, Phil Hopton's a target. 2 to beat, ball comes down here. Taken there. Stafford gives it back to the run of Elliott. So Elliott, little dinky kick forward, but he's kicked it straight down the throat virtually of Kenny. He says, thank you very much. Puts it
Here they go, they're on out here.
Gives it on to young Venning. He's got a target out here. Oh! Lead there from Rivermore, I think it was, or Badco. Ball comes to ground. Fed out there by Carter. Finally a kick around the corner by the coach in Fuller. Nitschke gets it back to Maxwell.
This is the kick. This is the kick right here.
Maxwell to the peg.
Oh, well, here he is.
Little Jack Bampton, and finally the Tigers get some reward. Bampton knowing his second goal and the first since the 8-minute mark.
Well, you can't say he's not giving his all, Jackie Bampton. He's taking marks, kicking goals. I've just opened up the thread here and realised there's some comments here going back to the start of the match. So I'll just go through them here, Pistols.
Yeah.
Billy Scott, he says, love hearing Jaden Hill's voice. He has the voice of an angel. Billy Scott also said, would love to see Jenkins versus Tuck head-to-head. Both love setting the tone early. He's also said, James, hand of gold, Elliott, looking fit. Then Leonie Wilmhurst says, go the Woods. Gav Godeke, the ground appears a bit heavy underfoot. Well, our man Dallas will go out there. Indy can go out there again. He's also given a Mount Harndorf, Mount Lofty update. Leonie said, great goal. And she said, Macca is right. How well are these young guys playing for Blackwood at the moment?
So, here's the Tigers.
Oh, lucky.
But
kick.
there you
Lucky
go.
kick off the ground there. But fortune favours the brave. And right in front of the pack. And it was the coach, Matty Fuller, accepted that soccer forward. So, Matty Fuller, the chance here to give the Tigers
in there.
Back
blink
to
of
a
an
goal.
eye.
Back to a goal.
So keep those comments in. Let us know where you're coming in today from all around Australia.
He's kicked 10 goals. Only played the 3 games, of course, Goldie. So the coach here, we know he knows how to kick a goal. Led that little bit of a research in the last game we covered against Harndorf here for Lobie. So
big kick. I'll put him down here.
So Matty Fuller. I tell you what, you know your Tigers, Goldie.
Yes. There we go. One goal in it now, Rob.
Yeah, blink of an eye. Hey, 2 goals, 3 goal difference back to 1. So, yeah, that was a bit lucky, but you make your own luck. So, yeah, great contest.
I tell you what, we might quickly go down to the voice of an angel. What do you got for us, wing boy?
You are kidding me. Cheers. Thanks, Pistols. It's pretty even in the kicking count at the moment. 37 kicks each. 16 handballs to 5, though, in favour of Lobethal. Indy?
It's 6 inside 50s apiece for each team, 6 hit-outs to 4 in favour of Lobethal, and 2 centre clearances apiece. Still neck-and-neck stats, as it has been for most of this game.
So we got the 500 man and now in the voice of an angel.
I love it.
Okay, we're finding names for the team. It's good. Thanks for that. Timmy Jenkins takes the mark now. Tigers starting to click. 1 goal the difference. 4th versus 2nd on the ladder.
Here we go.
Big game. Nitschke takes it. Now we're clicking. Here's a chance for Scroby, is it? Kick inside 50. Fuller on hands and knees. Tries to shovel it out. Woods defence fighting on. Hodge around the area. And it's held up. Tied on the boundary line. So it's inside 50 now for Lobethal. In the blink of an eye, they can draw level after they trailed by... How many Pistols?
10 points.
3 goals, was it?
3 goal.
Yeah.
3 goal.
So boundary throw in, inside 50 deep for the Tigers. Fisher versus Warbett. Ball hits the deck. This is where the Tigers have got to improve at ground level. Timmy Jenkins wraps up Matty Tuck. So just holding it inside 50 now, the Tigers. We head towards the 18-minute mark in the 3rd term. It's Lobethal 5-5, Blackwood 6-5. Goal scorers in this term, Fairman kicked 1, and Bampton and Fuller the last 2 for the Woods, and they're on here, Pistols, through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, Bannock's trying to control. He goes to ground. Hodge came through too. Kenny involved. Tigers desperate trying to keep the ball going their way. Stacks on the middle, and 18 minutes just ticked over in the third term in the quarter while, and a ring-a-ding-ding game of Hills football. Trust you're enjoying our coverage here. Restricted crowd, but I tell you what, all around they're probably enthralled here with a good contest. Comes out here to Matty Tuck. The male medalist chips it across here to Patrick Hillard. Takes a wing on the mark on the wing area. Looks for support. Runs himself into trouble. Still manages to get the ball across to his teammate and Kenny. Kenny goes further afield and finds River Moore. Wing area, Moore over the top. Gives it to the run here of Bailey Badco.
Great
He'll
movement.
burst the ball forward and finds that man Jackson Fairman, so the youngster.
They're all youngsters in that string
Just
there.
outside the 50-metre arc. Goes long. Matty T. Will he do a big leap? He does. Comes off. T guns it. Matty T. Answering the call to arms.
How good was that?
That
all
is
the
just...
youngsters from the half-back
Yep.
flank through in that passage of play. And I tell you what, Dave Richardson and Nick McCarthy were talking about, and Leonie Wilhurst agrees with us. All young kids putting best foot forward for the Blackwood Footy Club, Rob Sherwood.
Yeah, he just went for the mark. He was so quick on the recovery. Didn't take the mark, obviously.
On
but
the left.
On the left, just straight onto the boot and, yeah, split the middle. Fantastic goal from the young fella.
So the face of the future for Blackwood standing up to the present. So he leads 7-5 to 5-5. Good game here.
Back in the middle as we head towards the 20-minute mark. That's a good answer there from the Woods, because I thought the Tigers were going to potentially draw level. Here's a chance for Riley. Does this continuously. Kicks the ball inside 50. This is where it's important for the Tigers to hold strong.
Carter.
And the big man Carter does. They've got focal power down there with Carter, Dorr and Fisher. And that time he's taken a mark with Riley bulldozing his way out of the guts, and a good mark there by Carter. Kicked 2 goals in the second term, and he's going for his 3rd today. And this is a big kick, Rob, to answer, and we've had goal for goal.
Yeah, we have. And they've kicked it long all day. That's their obvious game plan. So we'll see if this pays off.
So Carter, just off a couple of steps.
It's a nice kick.
And leans back beautifully. Straight through the middle. So the Tigers hit back. 1 goal in it now. Call of the Wild Football. Live on Facebook, YouTube, on Blackwood and Lobethal Facebook pages, and of course Lofty 88.9 radio with altitudes. We head towards finals. This is a ring-a-ding. Lobethal 2nd spot, Blackwood 4th. A win here for the Woods, and they can close within the top 3 spot.
Absolutely. So, as Goldie said, 1 straight kicked the difference. Blackwood led by 10 points at quarter time and half time. And as we said now, 6 points the difference. So Lobethal, can they get another one back here? Just really challenge, tie things up. So Zevenboom, the early leaper. Oh, it stayed at ground level, got the tap out, but it's taken away by Matty Tuck, the reigning medalist. Puts it forward over the head of young Cock. Bouncing ball. Lurking is Hopton. Presses his opponent, coming through there's Ellsworthy, feeds the ball out to Giorgio, who in turn gets it back to Nitsky. Nitsky up the line here, and he'll find young Charlie Powell. So young Powell, one of the young Tiger Cubs, to see what's on offer. He'll kick right along the line in front of us, the Dreammaker on the King Wing. Brady Dawes the target, he's got a couple of Woods to beat. In fact, Gunn once again with the golden fist, makes sure the ball goes over the line. Sets the academy boy into play. 22 minutes just ticked over here. 1 goal to difference in favour of Blackwood.
Boundary umpire's got his place he likes to throw it in from.
Yep, 8 metres in.
He's
Goldie.
marked it. Nice throw in. Might earn himself a final spot with that sort of work. Here's a chance for Riley. Tries to bullroo through. Here's Tuck. Bampton snaps it inside 50. Opportunist style. Here's Dorr.
Well done.
Flicked it on. Tried to get it towards Cooper Luke. And he wraps up the direct opponent there for the Woods, which was Oscar Hodge. And it's held now inside the 50 for the Tigers. 1 goal here, and they will draw level as we head towards the 23-minute mark in the 3rd term. Umpires today, of course, Cam Rule, Andrew Lawless. Boundary, Oscar Whitehouse, Jordan Cresp, and Glenn Thompson and Neville Clark doing the goals. Here's a chance for Matty Fuller. Holding on, free kick, Brady Dorr.
Yeah.
infringed that occasion by Venning, I think it might have been. So chance here for Brady Dorr to tie things up at the 23-minute mark of the third term. So yet to get a goal on the board this afternoon. Had a couple of shots.
Now, is this Fisher?
Oh, sorry, it's Fisher.
Fisher, sorry,
Yeah,
Braden Fisher.
It is
So
Fisher.
Yeah, chance for his first goal since round one. A long time ago, he's been plagued with Achilles injury, I think it is. So Braden Fisher to pass skipper. He'll be pretty happy around that as they get around him. So all tied up here at Thomas Foods International Park on the Court of Wild. 7-5 plays 7-5 round 16 action.
That's the first time since the start of the match the scores have been
level
because Blackwood scored the goal inside a minute to Ryan Dykesman. So since the 92nd mark of the first quarter, Blackwood have led. So Lobethal now draw even, Rob, as we head towards the 24-minute mark. I think all around the 26 minutes the last couple of quarters. So about 3 minutes left.
Let's see if Blackwood can get one back.
And actually the sun's starting to poke its head through the clouds here in the Valley of Praise. So could be set for a enlightening final term. So umpire Rule sets it up. Zevenbaum, the leaper once again. Actually got the ball on the way down. Goes to ground level, fed out by Riley. Gave it to Bampton. Gave it to Timmy Jenkins. Bouncing ball was set for Maxwell. He toe pokes it forward. But a good defensive mark taken by Hayden Kenny for Blackwood. Waste no time. Swings out in the right foot out towards Hilliard. Gets the ball. Wheels around a couple of opponents and chips the ball forward. Taken there by Bennett in the distance. Nurses the ball at the wing area. And I think it might be Matty T, is it?
Yep.
Taking a mark there in the true wing area. Oh, young Cock, I think it is. Josh Cock, the youngster. So Cock seeing what's on offer. Set the ball towards the flank area. The big men gather. Ball fisted forward. Comes to Bampton. Smallest ball player on the ground. Gets the ball over the top to Riley. He sets the ball to Dorr. So plenty of experience here for the Tigers as they move forward. Chips up the line. And finds Fuller. So Fuller inside 50. Good defensive work going by the Tigers. Will the ball sit? Well done by Devin Johnson. He had an air. He missed the ball completely. Goes back though, taps towards a teammate, puts his head over the ball there.
Hanging on.
Has he drawn a free kick? Yes, he has. And Benson with his head over the ball in typical fashion leaves that attack for Blackwood. It's half-back flank area. 25.5 minutes gone. It's
Danger.
Well, dangerous kick across goal. Or face far forward. Here's Carter. Fisher, I should say. Oh, Fisher's got it now. Running in. First time they've hit the lead. Auric. First time Lobethal have hit the lead in the match. And they have strung together now.
Four goal.
3 goals in the trot. They've kicked 4 goals to 2 in the first time in the match.
Yep.
The Tigers have led. Just starting to click now, the Tigers. Here's a chance for Bampton. He's getting part of it too. Handball over the top from Nitschke, stringing it together. Plenty of time now to kick the ball. Goes towards the half-forward line. Here's Dorr. They're clicking. There'll be an injury there.
Yeah.
Meantime, the Woods will clear the ball Pistols and it'll go to Benson.
Yeah, Benson Nitschke down on the ground, still in the middle of the ground for the Tigers.
Copped a heavy knock.
Heavy knock when he got that move on there. Ball comes back here to Stafford. The mullet gets it back here. For the shoes, he finds a teammate. Shrugs it out here towards Voigt. Gives himself a bit of room. Toe pokes up. I think it might be
Out
Scroby
of bounds on the
there.
full.
Scroby. But as Rob Shewitt said, the academy boy. So Hilliard, I think it is, as the siren goes. So it's all set up for a rousing final term. Here's the Tigers turned for home with their noses just in front. 8-5 plays 7-5. So a very good third quarter of football from both sides. Blackwood got away from them, boys, but then Tigers really digging deep when they needed to kick those, as I said, 5 goals to 2 after the first 2 goals of the quarter through the agency of Blackwood. So 6-point ball game here, Robbie Shearwood.
Yeah, it's been great quarter of footy to watch. So the ebbs and flows, and I mean it's just a couple of skill errors from the young Blackwood boys that I think let Lobie in. They're still persisting, Lobethal, with their long kick to the goal square, and you can understand why, because of the height advantage they have. But yeah, I think Riley in the middle, just his grunt and his strength. He started to break some packs open, and Nitschke and co, they've all started to get the ball bamped, and so they've got plenty of options. So, but like Pistol said,
We might go down and see how the game was turned with the stats as we go down to the hard racing Indy 500 Rogers and the angelic Jaden Hill.
Oh, brilliant segue, Pistols. Well, at three-quarter time, inside 50s are 13-8 for the quarter. And that was after a massive momentum shift from Lobethal, finally getting a little bit more reward for their formerly admirable yet somewhat futile efforts in the first half. And they certainly capitalised on those opportunities in this term. I saw a lot more instantaneous scores from those centre clearances, which they won pretty healthy in that quarter. 5 centre clearances to the 4 which Blackwood got, but many of those centre clearances from Blackwood were ineffective. So in a lot of ways, Lobethal have just strengthened their own, they've really strengthened their own style without actually changing too much about the way they're statistically approaching the game. And that's what's been particularly impressive. It's given them the lead now, more importantly, which they haven't had in this game thus far. So certainly they've gotten the momentum shifting in their favour. You, Jaden.
Cheers. Thank you, Indy. So in that quarter, 56 kicks to 52 in favour of Lobethal. So it's been a high kicking game at the moment. 28 tackles to Lobethal, but Blackwood's pressure was really good, even though Lobethal did get a kick on late in that third quarter. So 44 tackles to Blackwood, 32 handballs to 9 in favour of Lobethal. That's a big stat here. Blackwood have only had 16 handballs for, 24 handballs for the match. So only the 9 handballs in that quarter for Blackwood, and the marks 29 to 26 in favour of Lobethal. And that was Lobethal's second highest third quarter score for the year as well. And just looking at the last quarter for both teams, so in the last 5 matches, Lobethal have been averaging a score of 12 in the last quarter, and for Blackwood they've been averaging a score of 13 in the last 5 matches in the last quarter. So could be a low scoring last quarter here, boys. We'll have to find out and see, eh?
Absolutely, boys. Thank you very much there. So just compiling a few around the ground scores as we speak. So it looks like some pretty close contests this afternoon. It's good to see community football back here in the Adelaide Hills, and trust you're enjoying what's shaping up as a very good finish here in the game at Thomas Foods International here in the Valley of Praise. Lobethal. So we can tell you in the country division, Kersbrook 10-7 leading at Meadows 6-7, Goldie. So that's an important game when it comes as far as the premiership, the minor premiership. Kangarilla, another important result. Kangarilla, Kersbrook, Meadows all sitting on equal number of points on top of the ladder. So it's at Kersbrook 10-7, Meadows 6-7. Kangarilla 8-8, Macclesfield 7 goals 5. Harndorf in Division 1, Harndorf 5-10, leading Mount Lofty 4-1. So the Devils still in touch there, perhaps a chance of an upset. And Uraid, the 6-9, have just got their nose in front of Nairn at Bremer 6-5 at three-quarter time in that game over at the Cabbage Patch. So as I said, we'll endeavour to bring you the final results as we're underway once again in the final term here. 1-goal ball game. Ball coming forward is a chance for Blackwood. Ball fed out here to Johnson, overruns it. Sorry, Dykesman, he goes back on it. Under pressure there from Matt Scobie. So ball held in there. So Blackwood. Can they cause a bit of an upset here? Ball comes out here to Jenkin. Handballs to Bampton. Bampton, team football, got it to Maxwell. In turn, got it to a teammate there, clearing kick. Up the line here. Cooper Luke the target. Intercepted there. Comes out to Hilliard for Blackwood. So Hilliard lifts the eyes and puts it towards the centre circle. Picks out a teammate there. Wastes no time. Gets it across here to Bennett, who's run up from the defence. Takes a mark. I think that was Badco earlier involved. Handball to Hodge from Bennett. So Hodge nurses up the line here. Target is Phil Hopton just inside the forward arc. Takes a good solid mark there in opposition to Elliott. So Phil Hopton yet to get on the board today, but as I said, it's provided a pretty good target presence here this afternoon. So Phil Hopton will take this kick. As I said, he'll kick from just inside the 50 arc towards the Tweedvale entrance end of the ground. So Hopton elects to go short as he got a lead here. Picks that deflected there. Handball back here towards Badco. Badco feeds it out there towards Benson. Turn gave the tuck. He spins out of trouble. No, couldn't get free. Good dive on the ground there. Ball held in there. Umpire will come in and ball it up. So, no change to the score. 8-5 Lobethal, 7-5 Blackwood. We're just inside the first 2 minutes of this deciding last quarter, round 16 action, quarter one. Ball fed out here. There's a chance for Benson. Sends it wide towards the line, touched on the line, so through for a minor score. So we're back to under one straight kick. 5-point margin here. 8-5 place, 7-6. So the Tigers bring the ball back in through Giorgio. The experienced one puts it up and finds another experienced campaigner, and the boy from Illawarra in Aidan Riley. So the Big Dog just slowing down things. Nurses it up the line, he's got a lead there, and finds Jack Maxwell. So slowly but surely nursing the ball forward to the Tigers. So Maxwell nurses up the line there, got his hands to it. Voigt feeds it back here to the run on. Ball coming forward here. It's coming out and taking a good defensive mark there. Blackwood goes out wide here to Nathan Dunn. So Dunn with the ball, half-back flank area, said had a very consistent season. Drives it forward is a chance for Dykesman and puts the skipper right on the chest. So Blackwood inching their way forward.
So Dykesman goes in board, could be a turnover taken by Timmy Jenkin. 5 points the margin. Tim Jenkin takes the mark. 3 minutes gone, final term. Second versus fourth on the ladder. 9 wins for Lobethal for the season. 7 wins for the Woods. Last time they played was back in round 7, and on that occasion Lobethal won by 2 goals. Tigers have trailed for the majority of the match. They've just started to click into gear, and Carter's got an opportunity here, just around from the barbecue area. I think he's kicked 3 goals for the match so far, so he's lining up for his 4th. So far for the season,
36. Yep.
Kicked 36 goals for the year. Be pushing up towards the leading goal kicker in the comp. Entered this match in second spot on the leading goal kickers. Of course, last year the spear had Jack Osborne for the Tigers, and this year it's Carter who's come into the lineup after spending time at Norwood. So Carter goes for goal. What will he do? Well, he's gone right to the goal line. Big tall timber down there. Brady Dorr. Has he taken the mark right over the top? Or the umpire says, I'm not sure.
No, he's right at the back of the bus.
Right at the back of the bus, and the umpire's having a bit of a chat to the goal umpire here, and it might be a ball up. It'll be a ball up, Pistols, right in the goal line. So here we go. Door up against Warbert, is it? Probably down there.
Yeah,
but Zevon Boom. Oh, trying to clear a kick there was Fisher. He shoved across the boundary line.
Try.
Oh,
State of Origin style.
There we go. 1 goal with a difference now.
Yeah, I think it's about 25 sets of hands on that. So, ball comes back into play for Blackwood. Up the line taken here by Zach Venning. Gives it back to his teammate who's run on. Boy out wide there, comes off the hands of Carter. Out over the line in front of the home of the Tigers banner. All the wise men sitting, as we said, wearing their face masks, which is good to see as community sport returns after the lockdown. So it's the mulleted academy boys done a pretty good job, as Benny Goldfinch said. Be looking for a finals berth himself. So Zevenberg, Voigt got it down though, trying to find his way through as Riley goes backwards, finds a teammate there, Giorgio.
Stafford.
Gives it back to Stafford, the mullet flapping in the wind, gets it towards the King Design and Construction Pavilion and off hands and out over the boundary. So the academy boy once again will pitch the ball back in. So 5.5 minutes gone in this final term. Still 1 goal margin. Favour the Tigers 8-6 to 7-6. Here on the Call to Wild. Trust you're enjoying worldwide coverage through Chris Shaw Accounting and Mortgage Choice.
Just got to still believe here the Woods. They got out to a 3-goal lead. Tigers have got it back to 1 goal lead, but Woods well and truly in the contest, as they have been since the start of the match. Superior team for the majority of it, but the Tigers have started to click together now. But that's a good tackle. That's good tackle there. Just got to go and get the ball now, Phil. Don't worry about Nitschke. Just go and get the ball. Go back, kick the ball inside 50 or find a player here. He's gone out towards the wing. Finds Kenny. So Hayden Kenny. He goes with a short pass. This is good build-up. They've done this well all day. Blackwood led to Johnson kicking a goal in the previous quarter towards this end. Here's Fairman. Just low, nice delivery, patient build-up. Fairman, he goes back here. Patient build-up. Here's Zach Venning. Right in front of it here. Talented youngsters here at Blackwood. Kicks long, half forward line. Big pack forms. Ball hits the deck. Blackwood have been good in this situation. Benson squeaks a kick out. Giorgio versus Fairman. Fairman holds him up inside 50.
Just three-quarter time score, Benny Country Division, Gumraka 13-17, Torrens Valley 2-2. And importantly in Division 1, Onka Valley 17-12, Mount Barker 3-5. Should Blackwood lose this game, the Dogs would jump over him to 4th spot and perhaps still have a chance of a top 3 spot. So, as I said, very important result here this afternoon as far as the Woods are concerned. As the ball moves forward, comes to Maxwell for the Tigers. Just at the edge of the cricket pitch area. So Maxwell, he's side lead by one straight kick at the moment, 8-6, 7-6. He goes backwards out there to
Ellsworthy?
Ellsworthy, yeah. So similar hair to Stafford in the distance. I think Stafford's a bit thicker. His ball comes back here to Voigt. So Henry Voigt sideways out here to Jamie Elliott, half-back flank area. So Elliott nursing the ball on the King wing area, no doubt. Surveys what's on offer. Not a lot. Finally, there's a break, and he gets it back here to Harry Viney. So
Okay. Woods have done well here, Pistols.
Yeah, got them zoned up nicely. Back to Elliott. So they've had 3 or 4 kicks and really haven't progressed the ball much up the field, the Tigers.
In the context of the season, probably it's the biggest period coming up for both sides.
Yep. So as we said, 8 minutes just ticked over. High kick first to kick it long. Here's Stafford with the mullet. Ball comes to ground. Riley. Also, Nitsky's recovered from that knock he had earlier. Ball goes to ground level. Hawks getting involved there was Dorr. So it's Goldie said a real arm wrestle here. One straight
both
kick.
sides right in the hunt for a top 3 spot here, Pistols. Ball up situation. Oh, lovely handball out there by Spawn. He finds Johnson. Tried to pick it up. Johnson under pressure there from Jenkin. You can sense they're just a lot of pressure. It's like a finals type match, this one.
Absolutely. Well, with the shortened season now because of the 2-week lockdowns, finals are looming. Blackwood. Zevenborn takes the ball forward. Nitsky wrapped up there by Benson. 2 hard nuts there. Also Riley getting involved. Wouldn't want to meet those 3 blokes in the dark night. That's for sure. So umpire pitches it up. Zevenborn taken by Riley. The boy from Illawarra nurses it across here and finds Maxwell. So Jack Maxwell, true centre-half back position for the Tigers. Goes backwards, he's got to run out wide. Is it Elliott? Yes, it is. Takes a mark as the sun starting to poke through once again over the hill in the Valley of Praise. Elliott comes back across the ground. Cooper Skinner had to move a bit to get the ball, but he does successfully. Nurses it up the line.
Nice kick.
And picks out the coach in Fuller. So Matty Fuller, his side, leading by the barest of margins here.
We haven't moved far, though.
No, not at all, as we called before. They're getting a lot of touches, but not a lot of movement forward, if that makes sense. Ball comes up. Here's a chance. Fisher off hands. Well done by Bennett. Follows up there. It's just support. Here's Dunn comes down. He's corralled. Gets it back to young Fairman, who cleverly takes the ball backwards and finds a teammate there. Best form of attack is defence from Sam Venning as he chips it forward and finds Hillard.
All right, they're going to open up the interchange wing area. Here's a chance. Good movement. Oscar Hodge, off he goes. He can run with it. Hodge goes down the interchange bench area. Handball inboard. 1-2. Brilliant, Hodge. Kick inside 50. Who's down there? Oh, just chopping in there and taking a mark is Cooper Skinner, and he's played well in the last few minutes, Pistols.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, great to see him because he did have that nasty finger dislocation in the last game we called out here against Harndorf. So good to see Coop back in action. So he goes out towards the timekeeper, interchange, old timekeeper box. Mark taken out there by Giorgio. I think Giorgio swings it towards the centre of the ground, finds Scobie coughed
it's
up
a
what
big
he should have
ball here.
taken.
It's a big
loose
ball.
ball was Goldie said. Big
There
ball.
we go.
Taken
Here's
by that
Hodge.
man. Hodge. He's everywhere, the youngster. Chips it forward just over there to the target. Mopped up
Skinner
there again by
again.
Cooper Skinner. They're
God.
playing kick for kick. Gets the ball back here, taken by Reece Spawn.
Kick for kick.
The vice-captain sends it back
Kick for
in.
kick.
And Skinner, once again, bought his own football this afternoon at that stage.
Oh, gee, it's gone to another level now. It's only one goal the margin. You can sense both sides just
The urgency.
a little bit exhausted too, Pistols.
Yep.
Just some match simulation now after a couple of weeks off. Jenkin, handball over the top. Dangerously chopped out. Spawn. He goes to Benson. He can run with it. He can kick long and strong. It'll be 1-on-2 contest deep. T versus a couple of Tigers. One of them's Skinner, one of them's Giorgio, and it's fisted over for a point, so it's 5 points the margin now.
So, no goals yet to be kicked. A point behind for Lobie, and then that second behind there for Blackwood. As Goldie said, very tense in this last term, and good point there. They haven't played for 2 weeks, so...
Sorry about the vision, Jer. Just getting it back on. We're fine now.
The match conditioning could be lacking a little bit. So, here's Cooper Skinner. About his third kick in 3 minutes. Gets it out here, close to the line. Bennett takes a very good mark in opposition to Brady Dorr for Blackwood. Nurses it forward. Here's Matty Tuck. Tuck takes the ball. Off he goes. Round 2 Tigers onto that left foot. Caresses it nicely forward. Chance there for a mark. No, not paid. It was Jackson Fairman under a lot of pressure. Just couldn't hold the mark. But the Tigers under a lot of pressure here. Blackwood pushing. Chasing that elusive goal. Give him a lead. Forward gets the ball down. Oh, nice work by Benson. Can he shrug free of his opponent? In Riley, no, said the umpire. In fact, illegal disposal. So Aidan Riley, the boy from Wollongong, will take the resultant free kick and just...
Ball hasn't been... That's probably, as Indy would say, a red zone around this area for the last 5 minutes.
Or the ring of steel, as
The
they
ring
say
of steel.
now, COVID style.
Yeah, just around this area. The ball hasn't moved very far for the last 5 minutes around this sort of half-back area for the Tigers. Next goal is very crucial. Here's Cooper Skinner. He's got quite a few touches in the last 5 minutes. He goes to Giorgio. So the squid goes for a bit of a run. How far? Oh. So the Woods players. Well, he almost found Bampton. The umpire had to whistle to the mouth Pistols, but it's Johnson. He goes forward. There's a Woods player down. He's slowly getting to his feet. I think that's Fairman. That's a smother. Riley. Here's the pig dog. Goes to Fuller. There's a lot of pressure now on the right boot. He goes out towards the to wing Pistols.
Yeah, ball comes in. There's a player down. He's bounced back up. Carter shoots out the handball here towards Maxwell. Oh, good defensive work. Blackwood could have the high tackle. Yes, it was. The Woods player on the ground. He was seized upon.
Could we get a kick after the siren?
So the ball comes up here. Taken out wide. I think it was Dunn. Got it out wide here to Hayden Kenny.
Premiership player, 2017.
So Kenny just nurses the ball back here to
confident.
Spawn.
1-on-3 contest
see
there.
the experience is starting to come out here. Lobethal loaded all their experienced boards across half-back flank.
Push out.
There was one of them there from Timmy Jenkin on Matty Tuck. As I said, Riley and Fuller working hard across that half-back line for the Tigers. So Tuck with the free kick nurses up the line.
Benson.
Finds Benson. Turns quickly, puts
Who's
it
down
forward.
there?
Here's a chance.
Phil, you got to go. Oh, he has.
Courage showed there. I think it was Giorgio.
I don't know if he actually got him.
No, but Giorgio taking advantage of a 50-metre penalty there. So very important here. As Goldie said, they haven't been able to get the ball really much ahead of centre. So here's a chance here. Good long kick from Giorgio, put inside their forward 50 from the rare times in this term.
All right. Finds a short pass to Bampton. Still plenty of time. Probably 12 minutes left. 26 minutes, the average of the first 3 quarters. He goes back to that red zone, Pistols, where the ball's mainly just been for the entire last 10 minutes. Ooh. Oh, Cooper and Skinner, and Cooper and Nitschke just waiting for it. Cooper just says, I'll have it, kicks it forward. Hodge. Oh, look at this youngster go. Brilliant. Just ball bruises it through, keeps going, and tries to hold it up. Here's Riley. He goes to Cooper Skinner. High ball inside 50. Who's down there? Well, Viney's down there. Could have been held on to Fisher. Sock it out towards the boundary line. Good work from the Woods defence. Handball over the top. River Moore. Got it to Hillard. He's looking for some help. He goes back. Is that Moore? Kicks it up. Done, I should say. He finds Giorgio. Gee, players are out on their feet here.
Absolutely. As you said, first they return to football and have a tense situation like this. Physically and mentally draining here. As running around is Voigt goes long inside 50 for the Tigers. Pack sets himself
Oh.
off hands. Taken by Fuller at ground level. He's mopped up there by Dunn. Held in there. 5-point ball game. 7-7. Blackwood trailing the Tigers 8-6. 16 minutes ticked over here. Anyone's ball game. Vital premiership points in round 16. Ball comes in here to tuck. Left it behind. Goes back and gets it. Look away. Handball got there towards Bampton. Can he gather it? Yes, he goes back to Scope.
Oh, he's gone.
He's dispossessed.
He's gone.
Illegal disposal there. So once again, good pressure applied there by Blackwood. I think it's Bailey Badco here with the ball. Half-back flank area. Badco undecided. Thought about going across the ground. May well come up the line.
Just
towards
got to work
us.
their way through. They've done it for the majority
This
of
is
the
up
day.
here to Spawn.
Lovely.
Takes a very good
Yeah,
contested
that's
mark
nice.
in front of Luke Nitsky.
They've worked their way through this all day.
So he'll handball back out to Kenny. Can he trap it? Yes, he does. Right in front of the Dreammaker commentary. Nurses up the line once again. Giorgio.
Yeah.
Plenty of experience from the ex-Nord, ex-Melbourne boy there. So the Squid. Of course, 2017.
17-minute mark.
2017 best and fairest for the Redlegs, and they're saying AFL. So Giorgio, high kick, forward, towards the target. Also,
Viney!
Viney,
Almost.
did he hold it? No, said the umpire. Dunn's in there. Also Spawn, Bampton, and Badco. So excitement builds here. 8-6 plays 7-7. 17 minutes ticked over.
Oh, great work there. Spawn sharks it, snaps it up the wing Pistols, gains plenty of yardage. They've just got to get it moving them forward. Fairman, he's bundled to the boundary line, so at least they gained about 20 metres there, and they've got it to the centre wing. So we've gone 18 minutes in the final term, 5 points the margin, Lobethal lead. Blackwood have led for the majority of the match. The Tigers have clicked into gear late in that third term and holding on here. Riley looks inboard. Big ball this one. One-on-one. Tuck! Male medal sort of stuff. Kicks forward. Who's down there? Over the back. Front position. Stafford takes the mark and he does well and finds Cooper Skinner. Pistols is playing a great quarter.
Yeah, Skinner gets the ball as he's run down there by Rivermore. Gets the ball forward off the ball by Carter. No, said the umpire. Here's the race is on. There's a chance. Keeping it is Carter. Gavs it. Oh, good. Shepherd applied by a teammate who might have hurt himself as he went down. There's a little Jack.
Yeah, it's a big ball.
A big ball, and it's found
big win.
Fisher just trying to work out in the distance that Lobethal player. Great shepherd there.
Yeah, Blackwood
Get to
just
Fisher.
down the other end.
So he said Fisher has kicked a goal in the third term in his return game and said hasn't played since round one when he kicked 5. So the past skipper,
There's a big moment.
of course, led him into last year's grand final. So Braden Fisher,
It was a lovely mark, lovely kick from Carter.
I tell you what.
He got the applause from the barbecue area as well on the highlights here.
So here it is, Fisher.
Bennett's just holding that shoulder too after that.
Sits on its way. Oh, once again, getting his hands
Alrighty,
on.
one goal the margin.
It was Viney. So behind, so it's once again levelled it up. 8-7 plays 7-7 in favour of the Tigers.
So, ball is with... Trying to pick up the player here. Just got the sun in the eyes. Meantime, it's a kick.
Rivermore.
Fine to Rivermore.
I think it was Kenny.
So 19 minutes gone, 1 goal the margin. It goes patient build up here from the Woods once again. Fairman, high ball, out to Dykesman, who hasn't seen much of it since that first quarter when he's kicked 2 goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be a boundary throw in. This is a big ball as we head towards the 20-minute mark. So 5 minutes left probably in this quarter. 1 goal the margin. Both sides looking to keep their top 3 chances alive. Here's Fairman. Penetrating kick inside 50. This has been a problem all quarter.
And they're just blazing it away in the last 2 advances, and Stafford taking a mark on that occasion once again, Giorgio. So they've just got to lift their eyes perhaps a little bit Blackwood.
Yep.
So
Just a bit of fatigue.
Yep, free kick here. Carter taking the ball up the line, but once again intercepted.
All right,
there.
just got to do this a little bit better. Just that last kick inside 50 at the moment.
So Blackwood with the ball in the distance.
Big
but
Phil's barking instructions down there.
a little bit hard to see people with
Got the
it
sun
was
right in their
done,
eyes.
Yeah, the sun right in their eyes and shining off the dirty windscreen. With Rob Shearwood once again letting us down.
They're doing this well all day, just this patient build
so
up.
nursing up here, that's T, is it, or a young cock taking the mark?
This or the next one is the kick.
Yep. So Blackwood, I think it might be.
Phil's got to present here.
Josh Cock. So drives the ball high. This is going to need a big clunker here. Ball comes to the ground. Blackwood soccer field. Here's a chance for Johnson.
All right.
Close
Got it to half forward anyway.
So right in front of his coaching staff, he'll be no doubt barking instructions here. 20.5 minutes ticked over here, Goldie. One straight kick in it. 8-7 plays 7-7 called to Wild. Hills football at its best. Zevenboom double hands it over the back, taken there, held in there.
You don't want a 50-50 decision here either.
Absolutely. Yeah, the umpires will be feeling a bit nervous, I'd suggest.
Second versus fourth on the ladder. Ball up situation. Voigt won it down. Tuck was around the area. Crucial clearing kick. I think it was from Voigt. Up the wing area.
Done.
Big ball. Who's going to win out here? Oh, it's a free kick. Is it gone Blackwood's way? Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think Nathan Dunn.
Nathan Dunn with the ball. What will he do here? He's looking up the line. Good ball. That's nice.
Venning.
Finds Venning. They've got it into the middle of the ground. 20 minutes gone. 1 goal the margin. Venning. A little bit of a chip pass,
wedge.
Pistols. That's confidence. And
Yeah.
finds Tuck.
The wedge
Off
up
he
to Tuck.
goes. Off he goes. Oh, he should have gone back. Another kick. Cooper Skinner. Brilliant.
No talk there. He didn't realise there was another Tiger there. He tried to get clear.
A great last quarter from Cooper Skinner.
So Cooper Skinner just the edge of the cricket pitch. Amazing corner football. Just 2 points kicked by both sides. Comes out into Elliott. Now the Tigers will go inside 50.
Tall timber.
Fishes the target.
Oh! I reckon he's closed his eyes there. He's just put up the mitts and just said, please go in. That's brilliant.
So, Braden Fisher, second chance in this term to kick perhaps the winning goal. And, well, showing a bit there, and he would no doubt be showing it more than a few others. As I said, his first game since round 1, Braden Fisher. So, the past skipper. 6 goals for the season. As the siren has gone, so the Tigers will win the game, whether it's by 2 goals or 7 points. So Fisher will have the shot after the siren. They've got the victory to just change the margin. So Braden Fisher, the carpenter, has he chiselled this one? No, he hasn't. Offline, but
what a game.
The final margin will be 7 points. Remarkably, not a goal kicked in the final term.
A real arm wrestle.
3 behinds to the Tigers and 2 to Blackwood. And I tell you what, Blackwood players suitably looking disappointed. And perhaps the Tigers just say, geez, we got away with that one. We got away with that one. So, remarkable game. So, the Tigers, 8-8. Have defeated Blackwood 7 goals 7 here this afternoon on the Call to Wild. Once again, a great game of footy. We're just waiting to see if we can get to...
Jaden's heading out there and seeing if he can have a bit of a chat here on the wing. Pistols.
After-match interview for you. So Jaden Jady, Angel Man.
Yep. Angel voice.
The Angel voice.
Angel voice
That's
of Call of the
called by
Wild.
Billy Scott. So... well, Goldie, never failed to deliver, and the return to community football has certainly been a great one and a great game of footy.
Yes. Jaden's just having a little look out there. What do we end up? 1 goal the margin?
7
points the margin.
Well, no, it was a straight, maybe that last point didn't count, so 1 straight kick.
Goal kickers. Well, we didn't have any in the final quarter, as Jaden's found Tim Jenkins here.
Timmy the tractor. So Jaden J, the great man. Always great to have a chat with this man. So without further ado, we'll go down to Jaden J and Timmy Jenkins. Take it away, boys.
Thanks, Pistols. So well done, Tim, on the win. What can you take out of that game?
Oh, mate, we probably were real flat for the first 15 minutes, and really took us a while to get going. But I think once we got going, you can see the conditions. We knew it was always going to be a fair old scrap. We made it a scrap, and we just won it dirty, and it's good to get the points.
So you're saying you were a bit flat at the start. How did you sort of revitalise the team and get it going again?
I think it took just a bit of probably run from behind, like that link-up carry. We're a bit flat-footed, probably second to the ball. Once we started getting on top of the stoppages, the rest kind of seemed to flow a bit more, and we just sort of worked our way right back into it.
What do you take out of obviously the last couple of games against Blackwood have been close? Yeah. What can you say about Blackwood and their development at the moment and how they're going and how's it been close between you two?
Mate, they got some good kids, like young Jacko and that played interleague, Big Boom, like they're gonna be good, they run on confidence. Once that confidence is sky high, they're pretty hard to stop. So some dry weather games in the finals, and I think they'll look pretty good.
And talking about your kids as well, Cooper, Luke, and Lockie Ellsworthy, look good to say. What can you say about those kids as well?
Especially Lockie, you know, like he broke his collarbone in the first trial games. This is only his third game back. He's always been a pretty accomplished A grader, so to have him back, easy, cool head down back is always really good. And Coop, you know, he's full of run, full of dash, and it's always good to give him the ball and just let him go.
And obviously the first game for a couple of weeks back. What can you say about sort of how'd you guys go, the break, and obviously connection through the last couple of weeks and stuff to keep in touch?
Yeah, absolutely. We kept in touch. You know, we kind of had a few guys that were probably 50-50 with injuries, you know, and the 2 weeks probably actually did us really good. So we're coming back fresh which is good.
And also a very important win for your season. What do you reckon you guys are going to keep doing, and how you're going to keep your game structure and everything for the upcoming finals? Obviously, making finals last year as well, good experience. Yep. But what do you take of that?
Mate, it's good. I think that kind of locks up a bit of a top 3 spot now, so which is always nice to get the double chance. We finished with Matt Barker and Nan, so hopefully we can just put some things in place, not get too complacent at all, and put our best foot forward heading into finals. It's exciting.
Awesome. Well done. Congrats on the win, mate, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers. Thanks, fellas.
Back to you, Pistols. Thanks, Timmy. Thanks for that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Goldie is an angel. He does everything, doesn't he? Hey?
That's brilliant.
Good work there by
Indy,
Jaden.
Indy doing the ground level work, Jaden doing that. Good stuff.
So I'll wait for him to race back here. Not that we're hard taskmasters, but we'll wait for him now to give us a bit of a summary. So we'll go to Indy and Jaden for a wrap-up on the stats that matter.
Thank you, Pistols. I'll start us off at full time. The hitouts read 37-40, and that was in Blackwood's favour. Now, I don't particularly think the hitouts were a massive dictating factor in today's result. However, the inside 50s is an area I want to look at. It was 42-44 in Blackwood's favour. Very neck and neck between the two teams, but it was 9-14 in Blackwood's favour in that last quarter. And I think I'd be speaking on behalf of a lot of Blackwood fans and their frustration with the very poor entries inside the 50. And it almost felt like they were reverting to old habits. We've definitely seen this type of Blackwood before, bombing it into the inside 50 without a lot of composure. And what I liked at the beginning of this game is when Blackwood were actually trying to score a lot from the defensive half and get clean transition rather than worrying about winning every stoppage and contest. The centre clearances read 12-9 in Lobethal's favour though, and unfortunately I reckon those 3 extra centre clearances did a lot more damage than what we maybe estimate it to be. I suppose coming out of this result, Blackwood would simply want to look at the positives of a strong first half and look at how easy it was to fall apart under the pressure enforced by the contest which Lobethal provided in the middle. It was a very well-fought game by both teams, and hence why it was only decided by 7 points. But yeah, somewhat of an unfortunate result for Blackwood, one which they were still into the very end, even in that very big arm wrestle of a last quarter, is just about composure in those key moments, and especially those clutch moments. They've got a final series where they'll have to use those opportunities to improve, but until then they'll definitely be scratching their heads about what could have been of this result. I'll take it to you now, Jaden, for some more advanced statistics.
Cheers. Thank you, Indy. So 52 kicks to Lobethal, but 55 in that quarter to Blackwood. It's actually the first quarter that Blackwood won the handballing count, 12-11. So that's an interesting stat there. They only had 38 for the game, Blackwood. The marks, 34-30 in favour of Lobethal, and the tackling count, 38-35. So Blackwood won that count pretty convincingly, but unfortunately couldn't get the winning result there. Just to recap of some of the stats that matter. So Blackwood's equal second highest score in the first quarter. It was Lobethal's 4th lowest first quarter score as well. It was actually Loby's equal lowest halftime score of the year as well. So there's a stat for you. It's the first time this year, I reckon, that the Called the Wild bring it ground. There's been 2 quarters where both teams have had 60 kicks. So 64 to Lobethal. So 64 to Blackwood in the first quarter and 67 to Lobethal in the second quarter. So a high kicking game as well. And it was actually the first time, I said in the halftime break, but it was also the first time that both teams had the exact same score in the second quarter against each other. So the first time that has happened this year for both teams as well. And it was also the lowest aggregate score between these two teams at Lobethal. So The lowest score was 112 in round 8 2010, and yeah, now today the aggregate score was 107. So there's the lowest aggregate score. It's also the first time that Lobethal have beaten Blackwood at Lobethal in August since 2019. So there's a stat for you as well. So that rounds off the stats. And Indy, you got something to say, mate?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out one more thing. I noticed a bit of a change in the conditions midway through the game as well. There was a bit more of a nip in the air and a bit of a cold one with that, which came over around the half-time mark. And I was just wondering to myself whether or not that may have contributed to the momentum shift that we saw in this game. It certainly got a bit chillier. And last time we were up here at Lobethal, it was really muddy and chilly. The ground would have been much better today, as we know, but potentially the humidity and the cold would have affected Blackwood for the worse. But I suppose that's one of those what-ifs that we'll just have to take out of this result. Anyway, back to you two.
Thank you very much to Jaden, Jay Hill and Indy Rogers once again for their great work during the afternoon, Goldie. No doubt about them, is there?
No, fantastic, fantastic.
And Jaden did, Indy did make mention there, and we can tell you it's a balmy 11 degrees out there at the moment, the Valley of Praise.
We got some around the grounds pistols?
Yeah, we just got a couple. There might be a few more that filter in before we leave, but we can tell you in Country Division, Gumaraka have had this could be a interesting win too. Gumaraka 18-19 have defeated Torrens Valley 2-2, so they've had a percentage boost. And bearing in mind the other two sides above them, the game ahead.
Yep.
Well, one of them they were playing each other, so Gumaraka could theoretically end up with that vital top 3 spot for the finals. There, as I said, 18-19 to defeat Torrens Valley 2-2, and Div 1 the only completed game we got. The Dorf got there finally in a good battle though, 7-13.
Yep.
Mount Lofty 5-3. So the Young Devils really go.
Are they still in the hunt?
Still in the hunt, but they've got to win their last 2 games and rely on other results. But unfortunately, not being able to get over the line. But we must pay credit to Buckets, the Mark Nilsson, and his 200th A-grade game for the
What
Devils.
did he play earlier in the year when he was chaired off against Mount Barker?
I think that was his 200th senior game.
Oh, right,
This
okay.
is,
yeah. So he's played a few reserves, has he?
Yeah,
Oh,
and also he did play 30-odd league games down at Sturt during his time there, so I think that's what it was, 200 senior, and this was today 200th A-grade game, so there we go. But here, in our Call of the Wild game, Benny, it's been Lobie getting over the line in a very good game of footy, eventually 8-7 to 7-7, only a total of 4 behinds, kicked two apiece in the last quarter by both sides. Blackwood led by 10 points at quarter time, 10 points at half time, then Lobie got a goal in front at 3/4 time. That's the margin it stayed.
Yeah,
so,
I think it was just Lobethal's just finding that chemistry again, Pistols, with those guys who were coming back into the lineup, and they started to get that going. And as the match wore on, they seemed to find that, especially in that third term.
Jaden J.
Sorry, I just got an interesting stat. He's not related to the game
Ah,
today.
well.
But
It's not related to the game,
but in SANFL, West Adelaide scored 0 goals 6 to Sturt 11 goals 16. I believe, I've just had a look here, it's the first time since 1903 that a team hasn't scored a goal in a game in the SANFL.
Wow.
There's a stat for you, just a quick one.
I'll tell you what.
And where was that game? Was it at Richmond Oval?
Hang on, let me have a look.
Because I can tell you as a Sturt supporter that Sturt have always traditionally had trouble down at Richmond Oval, even in 1978 when they were beaten by Northern in the grand final. But the only minor round game they lost that year was actually at Richmond Oval. But so interesting.
It was at Jubilee Oval, wherever that was.
No, the game today.
Oh, the game today. Oh, was it West Adelaide?
Was it Richmond?
Yes, it was at Richmond.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, just going around the ground, AFL, of course, last night, GWS defeating Geelong, Gold Coast defeat Carlton.
What?
Yep.
The Teague train's gone, I reckon.
North Melbourne 4-6 leading Richmond 1 goal 4. Yep. There you go.
And just collating a couple of other, I can tell you, Onka Valley, given that nature of today's game.
And, of course, here, Lobethal getting up in the second half, winning by 7 points after trailing by 3 goals. Yes?
I can tell you by virtue... right, here we go.
I'll just give you SNFL quickly.
Yes.
North Adelaide 10-7 defeating the Eagles 7-7. Glenelg 11-9 defeating Norwood 8-17. South Adelaide 14-14 defeating Central 7-4. And as Jaden said, Sturt 11-16 defeating West Adelaide, yet to score a goal, 6 points.
Yeah. Now, Gumaraka 18-19, Torrens Valley 2-2, Kersbrook 11-9 have held on to beat Meadows 10-11 in a real thriller there, Goldie. Kangaroo 12-11 eventually got over the top of Mackie 10-6. So effectively that win at Gumaraka, as I said, would put them equal now with Meadows and perhaps with that
one round
boost.
remaining.
Yeah, 1 round remaining. So yeah, the top 3 is open.
That's a great comp.
Then down in that, so Kersbrook and Kangaroo are still on top. A game behind is Meadows and Gumaraka. So there we go, and Mackie perhaps can't make the 5 now, unfortunately. Now, back in Div 1, as we said, 7-13, Harndorf 5-3, Mount Lofty, and Onka Valley 21-15 have really put it to Mount Barker 5-5. So Mount Barker just, well, the season from hell, and if you work that out, Onka Valley with that percentage, could be well in the mix depending on the Uradla result, and with their last 2 games to come.
Do we know the Uradla-Nan result?
No, I haven't. No. They play Nan, Bremer and Mount Lofty their last 2 games. Onkers, Blackwood have got a Chunga and the Raiders, and Uradla play Lofty and Harndorf. So, as we said, in both competitions, good mixture on where they're going to finish. But yeah.
Well, today it was Lobethal 8-8 defeating Blackwood 7-7. Of course, we just have a look over the game. Pistols, Blackwood out of the blocks. 3 goals inside 9 minutes. Lobethal first goal in the first quarter was Jack Bampton at 20-minute mark. So quarter time it was 3-1 to 1-3. Second quarter, 2 goals apiece.
Yep, once again, Johnson King a goal in the first 90 seconds, as Dykeman did for Blackwood in the first term. In fact, Johnson King 2 goals, so 5-3 to 3-5. Once again, reverse scoreboards in both the first and second break. 1-3 to 3-1, 3-5 to 5-3. And in the third quarter, we talk about the premiership quarter when they kicked 5 goals to 2 in that term. The Tigers really started to get themselves together. You said started to get that gelling. A few players hadn't played together for a while. They led 8-5 to 7-5, a 6-point ball game at 3/4 time. As we said, end up 8-7, 7-7, or was it 8-8 anyway?
Yep. Do we know who each side are playing next week?
Yes, we do. If we want to have a look at that, I'll just give you the goal.
Thank you very much to Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Hills, and Chris Shaw Accounting.
Carter
sponsors.
with 3 goals, so good effort by him. Jackie Banton with 2, and singles to Fuller, Fisher, and Oric. Oric's goal at the 25-minute mark, third term, they actually hit the lead for the first time in the game, the Tigers. And for Blackwood, we had Johnson with 3, had a very good game. 2 special goals there in the second term. Dykesman kicked 2, and singles to Fairman and Matty T.
All right. So the Tigers run home. They've got Mount Barker away and Nambrem United at home. So they should be locked into that top 3, if not second spot. Uradla, they run home. They've got Mount Lofty and Harndorf to come. Blackwood, they run home. They've got a Chunga and the Raiders to come. So they want to win those 2. As you said, Onka Valley, they've got Nanbremmer and Mount Lofty to come home. The Raiders have got Harndorf and Blackwood in the run home, and Mount Lofty got Uradla and Onka. So Mount Lofty would have to win those final 2.
I can just confirm to you, Benny, we just had it come through. Uradla 11-10 have defeated Nanbremmer 9-6. Pretty good game of footy. So, Blackwood perhaps, that double chance. Onka's perhaps with opportunity there to perhaps pinch it. But as I said, that'll be played out in the final 2 rounds of the season. Of course, now, next week, looking excited, we are going to be seeing Nan and Onka. So
yes, Rams farewell, Lackers at home.
Their last home game for Daniel Lackerby, coaching at home. Of course, they play away in the last round. So, as you said, his last round up at Ram Park. And, of course, Onka's wanting to get that top 3. And Nan, obviously, no pushover. So, should be an entertaining game of football. And, of course,
I think the lads are going to commentate the Senior Colts game as well.
Senior Colts, so it'll be a double header here on the Quarter Wild. So, make sure you can join us for that next week. So
lovely conditions here.
Just about done. The sun's out. Probably the best conditions of the day. Nice and warm here, but it's still a balmy 11 degrees. So as Goldie said, we've got to thank our sponsors for the day. Of course, Chris Shaw Accounting and the Mortgage Choice for their strong assistance.
Thank you to the Lobethal and Blackwood Footy Club
Yep.
too.
Also, thank you to Matt the roadie. He was up at Sparrows this morning getting a good spot out here, so with the Dreammaker. So thank you very much also to him. To Indy and the Angelic Jaden J. Thank you very much for their work as always. Thank you very much to Dave Richardson and Nick McCarthy for popping in for a bit of a chat. And also, without say, Dallas Rogers always does such a great job. The unsung hero behind the camera. So thank you very much to Dallas for his work this afternoon. All right, and don't forget the huddle. You can keep up to
Lofty 88.9.
what's going on with Hill Sport and football, of course. Wednesday nights from 5 till 7 on 88.9. Goldie, thank you for your efforts, and also thank you to Robbie Shearwood for his input this afternoon. So on behalf of the team, this is Pistols signing off, and we'll catch you during the week, and as said, next week from Cube Logistics Oval. The Call of the Wild will be on again. So till we talk again, keep on chasing your goals. Bye for now.
The Call of the Wild is an HFL media production in association with Lofty Community Media. Listen to this match again at hillsfooty.com.